More Spoony versus Ultima. If it'll let me fucking get access to the... There it is. Alright, yeah, we're gonna be taking a look at Ultima 7, 8, and the Virtue of Ultima, I think it's called. I'm saving Ultima 9 for the last part because that video is long. That's like an hour and a half. Hey, Saints in Hell, what's up, man? So, let me just share this with people. So now, go to live chat. God damn it, every other day YouTube changes its shit. It's always so freaking annoying. How's it going, Saints in Hell? Alright, we're going to skip the opening. I've been skipping the opening. There we go. Nope.
Before we get into Ultima 7, I should discuss the Worlds of Ultima games that
Richard
were released
Russell.
as spin-offs.
Magician's Lord will be tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. What's a Paladin? Just got done playing. Ooh, that's a good game. Richard, Gassia, Saints in Hell, how you guys doing? Magician's Lord will probably be sometime this weekend. I have 3 days off this week, so we'll be doing that. And, yeah, what's a Paladin?
Or side
The guy who played... Yes, Crash Bandicoot's voice actor sadly passed away.
sequels to the main series. They didn't really have anything...
I got those games free off GOG. I haven't gotten into them, but I do have them. I actually have the entire Ultima series, pretty much. And they gave away the these two games for free.
to do with the main story. Although you're still the Avatar, you're cast into
Damn, look at that butt.
situations that, frankly, have nothing to do with Britannia, Lord British, or the Virtues, or anything Ultima. They're called Savage Empire and Martian Dreams, which respectively put you in a very Doc Savage pulp fiction jungle safari, and a steampunkish H.G. Wellsy Martian story with well-known characters from history and literature.
Freud was Jewish. Yeah, I played a little bit of this game. Didn't get. I cannot get far in these old Western RPGs. I played a little bit of Ultima. I have Ultima 7 and the Serpent Isles expansion. I just could not get far in them.
But I don't really have any plans to review those games in detail because,
Minor
embarrassingly,
Standard.
I never played them. For a couple of reasons. Back even when they were new, copies of those games were pretty hard to find.
I haven't played Breath of the Wild as I'm afraid I'll chip a tooth on the TV screen when Zelda bends over. I played Eye of the Beholder for the Game Boy Advance. I didn't play much of it, though, but I played it. Yeah, that new Zelda game's fucking great. Difficult, yeah. It's really saying something when the most enjoyment I had in the Ultima series was playing Ultima 9, which Spoony hates. Sega CD version, I'll have to try that out.
And it's only lately that I've been able to track down copies online. The other reason I never played them, and I admit this is every bit as childish as when I mentioned it before, but they're both based on the Ultima 6 engine of gameplay, which I hated. For some reason, I just have a lot of difficulty getting comfortable with the interface of Ultima 6. But I'm told the stories in both games are completely awesome, so who knows?
Yeah. If you remember, yeah, shitty localizations. They changed an Asian guy black in Persona 1.
I'll play them again and approach them with an open mind. We'll see. Ultima 7 was the start of a new trilogy, and right away, when this game came out, everyone knew it was a game changer. Once again, Ultima would revolutionize the way RPGs were told and played, radically retooling its own gameplay and interface, and dramatically raising the bar technologically by presenting the most graphically intensive RPG to date. No
Which is funny because it looks so primitive nowadays.
kidding, I had to update my computer to play this. Although, come to think of it, even though I really loved games by Origin Systems, they had a really nasty habit of forcing me to completely upgrade my computer every time they released a new game. I watched their release dates like a hawk and simultaneously dreaded the day they finally came. I think I got my degree in computer science just so I knew how to build my own computer so I could play Ultima 7, BioForge, Crusader No Remorse, and Wing Commander 3.
That's a good game. The guy that translated Suikoden 2 into English was Matty Blaustein's brother. He finished the translation 1 week for the... Wow. I did not know that. Yeah, when I get a gaming PC and I can start streaming computer games, I'm streaming Wing Commander 3. That game's fucking great. It's got Luke Skywalker in it, fucking Thomas Biff from Back to the Future. It's fucking great. He did that too. That's a good game.
God, this was an expensive addiction. Anyway, this game had a box like no other, and it was so strange that it immediately grabbed your attention and made you want to see what it was like. The box is almost completely
Malcolm
featureless.
McDowell. Yep, he's in there too.
It just says,
it's really good. Honestly, I think I'm just going to watch the cutscenes.
Ultima 7, The Black Gate, and boom, blackness. There's not a blurb on the back describing the plot or the gameplay. There's all...
The king of movie grape. Yeah. This fucking game box looks like a fucking Spinal Tap joke. How much black can it be? And the answer's none.
Almost nothing there, but a few tiny screenshots on the back you can barely see. It's saying, like, this game is completely new and original, but if you want to know more, well, I guess you'll just have to buy the game, won't you? This whole design is just genius. It's...
Best DVD menu ever. I fucking really love This Is Spinal Tap. That movie is fucking hilarious. And I tried to show it to some friends of mine, and they just didn't think it was funny. I don't know when the Suikoden remasters come out. I want to play them. I actually never played Suikoden 1 and 2. Big box PC games. Yeah, I missed that too. I remember my older brother would get stuff like Diablo 2, Duke Nukem 3D, Quake 3, StarCraft, and they came in these really nice big boxes. But nowadays, they don't even really release physical computer games. They're just like a download code on Steam.
Striking and bold.
Suikoden 1 through 5. You could probably get a lot for that.
Bold and minimalistic. It's all black. It's like, how much more black could this be? And the
Motherfucker.
answer is...
Motherfucker.
None more.
Although that is pretty obvious joke. It's a good movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch This Is Spinal Tap. It's fucking hysterical.
Black. And another...
You're a sexist. What's wrong with being sexy? 80 complete. 2 is 250. 3 and 4 are like 50 complete and 5. Ooh. Always heard great things. Konami announced them and since radio silence. Yeah, I'll pick them up. All my ooh.
Cool innovation, a fully voiced intro.
Used to go for like 400 complete. God damn.
Okay, it was a cool innovation at the time. You never used to get this in games.
No, that Britannia
Oh, his copy's fucked up. It's skipping.
has entered into a new age of...
Still the best RPG ever. Ooh.
Know that the time has finally come for the one...
That is an Earthbound. My favorites are Live Alive, Chrono Trigger, and Mario RPG. Although Mother 3 is a close, like, fourth. Lunar. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, it is impressive. It can talk. You didn't get a lot of... Back then, computer games... This was when PC gaming was starting to get really impressive. Like, in the 80s and early 90s, it was, like, really bad pink and black games. That, like, it went arcade version, console version, and then you got PC version. This is when PC games are starting to up the ante real quick. Normie Taster. Live Alive isn't Normie. That's a good game.
Place at the head of his people.
I'd say my favorite Western RPG is probably Morrowind. I played the fuck out of that game. That and, trying to think of another one.
And all of the people
Oh, Knights of the Old Republic 1. That's a really good one, too.
who shall rejoice and...
Persona 2. Never played that.
To their new guardian.
Dude, you need braces. You have British teeth.
Know that you too shall kneel before
Persona
me,
2.
Avatar. For I shall be your companion, your provider, and your master.
Persona 2, Persona 3. I've yet to play the Persona 3. I've played Persona 4, 5, and 1.
This is the Guardian.
I'm the Guardian.
Ah, no! Not that one! This is the Guardian of Ultima 7, and he is a far more effective villain. This guy literally sticks his head through your monitor and tells you he's gonna take over Britannia and shit on your couch because...
I'm pissed at how much Tronbot is going. Some doofus was at... Wow. He told me he's going to be more in on being a VTuber. Ugh. Fuzz, no. Please don't. God damn it.
He's a big red motherfucker, and that's how he rolls. So you go...
Fuzz, time to face facts. You will never be a popular YouTuber. The guy that copied your style and did it because you did it was more successful than you. You will never be famous. You will always have a small niche audience of fat women and people that fuck with you. You will never be a YouTuber. You will never be famous. Deal with it. His boyfriend Claw is dating one of his fans. Ha!
Over there and find that over 200 years...
Life with Louis VTuber edition. Oh god, someone needs to do that.
Years have passed because time works differently between your two worlds, but it doesn't really matter.
This one looks more like Ultima. Hey, it's a laser boy. Yes, I did. Wings fucked him up. Dude, Wings was serving Boogie fucking knuckle sandwiches left and right. He was eating them.
Because apparently...
I don't even think Boogie drawing a fucking punch.
People in Britannia live longer than Yoda because all your old companions are still alive and looking pretty...
Yeah, this is looking more like Ultima Online. My older brother was fucking obsessed with that game. Wings caved it into his head. Yes. And now he wants a rematch. A rematch. Yeah, he was fucking obsessed. He'd play that game for fucking hours.
Be good. The deal is that nobody here has actually heard of the Guardian except you, but since you've been gone, people have sort of forgotten about the whole Avatar thing and have started up a new similar religion called the Fellowship, which is less introspection, independence, and virtue, and more traditional church-going, passing collection plates, and...
Retro game conventions of... Yeah. That's why I don't collect retro games. I'll collect a few for Wii and GameCube that are, like, sensibly priced, but, like, really, everything else is just emulated. Now thousands of dollars. I saw Pro Jared now in the 90s. Fucking not Little Samson, but Magical Chase is like $8,000 fucking dollars. Color a Dinosaur is like 1,000 or something. Like, what the fuck?
Hymns on Sunday. Even Lord British recommends that you
spend an unhealthy amount of time playing Souls games, easily over 1,000 hours. I got for 50. Wow. Hey, Chad King Archive, what's up? What the?
Join, since the Fellowship does a lot of good charity work and pretty much stands for all the same stuff you do, plus they give you a free necklace if you sign up and pancakes in the Fellowship Hall. Ooh. Well, and it sounds great. I mean, except for the fact that they're evil pod people being controlled by a red dude from another
3,000 bucks.
And nobody will believe...
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Believe you. In fact, the first thing you see upon your arrival in Britannia is the brutal ritualistic murder of the local blacksmith. Oh!
Yo, that dude got fucked up. They tore him apart.
God!
Simply because I was looking for Nest gems, and this was 2002. Shit.
I mean...
Yeah, I've already said retro gaming prices are fucking insane.
Whoa!
You're better off emulating. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Billy and Mandy. That was a good show.
They even
Yeah, Greg Eagles was like, hey, I'm doing some voice work. They nailed him to the floor. Yeah, they fucked him up.
To the wall with a fucking...
Holy shit. It's like fucking Resident Evil 4 when you see that woman stabbed with a pitchfork. That's that.
Pitchfork. Immediately it's clear that in
that
this
guy
game
got
the mood has
fucked up.
officially changed. Shit just got real. And you better believe this stirred a lot of controversy back in the day. This was more graphic and brutal gore than had ever really been shown in an RPG.
Ninja Gaiden doesn't make me violent because of the violent content. Ninja Gaiden makes me violent because of the fucking difficulty.
To this point, I mean, Jesus, this is stuff you'd see in the movie 7. And yet, nobody makes the connection that this guy who was carefully staked to the ground, quartered with an axe, and his blood carefully collected in buckets has anything to do with the only organized religion in the world. Now, don't get me wrong, I like the story, but I think this is where the narrative really drops the ball. You've got a really interesting setup here. You're the Avatar, the founder of a religion or philosophy that's guided the world into salvation and enlightenment, and you return after 2 centuries to find that, well, basically it's grown obsolete. The world's moved on, evolved into a new way of thinking and practicing religion, and they're doing fine. People are happy, giving to charity, and honestly, things are a lot smoother than when you were around. You remember that gargoyle war? Yeah, that was on you. I mean, sure, you may have...
Total gargoyle death. Kill gargoyles. Burn gargoyles. Stab gargoyles in the throat. Set gargoyles on fire. Shoot gargoyles out of cannons.
Have your suspicions. The place is rather culty with their robes and secret medallions, and you suspect they might be trafficking in a new narcotic called silver serpent venom.
Magical Chase is underrated. Listen to the... It's a good soundtrack. I've heard it.
And of course the...
Just goddamn that fucking price. And they also did Lords of Thunder, I think it's Behead Gargoyles. Yeah, the I'm glad I bought the TurboGrafx Mini when I did, because it is so much fun. Like, every other week I'll pop it in and fucking play, like, Gradius 2, Bonk's Revenge, Sapphire's really fucking good. Ooh. Yeah, Spider... Nice. But yeah, it's got Lords of Thunder. That game is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And apparently the TurboGrafx Minis are like $400 on Amazon. I got it when it was like 120, so yeah.
Ritual murder and...
Personal tone mod. Yeah, you were telling me that.
The nailing of a guy to a wall with a pitchfork, but it's all suspicion, it's nothing solid. You've got this dilemma here on whether or not you should really be meddling and telling people what kind of religion they can and can't worship. Or at least you would have a dilemma if the game didn't immediately remove all ambiguity about the Fellowship being irredeemably evil.
Johnny Turbo, he was a Lords of Thunder show. It's a good game. It's a very good game. Yeah, they should have did that. They should have had like another character poke his head through the screen going, Avatar, we need your help. Travel to Britannia and save us from this evil. And then you go there, or save us from this thing, and yeah, that should have been something else. Not, like, that kind of ruins the surprise. Weird misinformation about the English version of Magical Chase. It's weird.
There's no surprises here. From the beginning, the game just outright tells you these guys are the villains. The first thing I wanted to do was to kick down the door of the Fellowship Hall and start beating some...
We're going to be the TurboGrafx mascot, a fat neckbeard. People are making it out to be some creepypasta, yeah.
Dudes, but of course...
Oh, shit! I was watching a really good video today. It was, a Doom wad that came out that's basically like a creepypasta called My House, and it's really interesting.
You can't do that. You have to...
It's basically like a virtual walkthrough of someone's house that gets progressively weirder. Hey, Torsh, Avatar of Avatars. Boogie was the mascot for the Steam Deck.
Follow the breadcrumb trail of clues through the whole game, which leads to the Fellowship, but wait to ruin the suspense here by having this guy appear and twirl his mustache at you. They didn't even try to...
Play Moonman Doom joke. Maybe in the future. Well, we can do Doom wads in the future. When I get my gaming PC, and when I get, like, start doing, like, PC streams, we'll definitely do Doom wads. I plan on playing H-Doom at some point, but that's an Odyssey-only stream.
Then, like, this Guardian guy might be on the level, like, he might...
Legend of Hirotoma, guess what what's one of the bosses called?
I don't know, what bothers me. But somebody answer me this.
Helter Skeleton. That's a good one. That's a funny one.
Why does the Guardian even bother to taunt you in the first place? His ultimate goal is to build this interdimensional black gate, come through, and take over the world.
Of course!
Raul Julia fucking killed it as Bison. He's honestly the best actor for M. Bison, and he's the person I think of when I think of M. Bison.
But why advertise your presence? Rub my face in it or something? Wait until after you've won, dude. If you'd never said anything, I'd never have known you'd taken over Britannia until it was way too late. I'd still be looking for that sumbitch who stole my Xbox at the end of Ultima 5. Instead, you had to go and piss me off and ensure that I'm coming to Britannia to try...
What's one of the other bosses? Sausages. Sausages.
to stop you. Okay, so you...
There's a really funny episode of Married with Children where Al Bundy can't... Yeah, rip in peace, Raul Julia. He was a good Gomez, too. There's a really funny episode of Married with Children where Al can't insult any of his customers. He'll lose his parking space. And there's a scene where a fat woman shoves her feet in his face and going, "How does my toes look, Mr. Bundy?" And Al goes, "They look like little sausages." And they do it like they replay that line over and over again.
Find the murdered blacksmith
poor
and try
Al.
to find evidence of the Fellowship's involvement. You're joined by the blacksmith's son, a little kid named Anakin.
Oh my god, he does look like Anakin Skywalker.
Spark. He's quick, but obviously not much with a sword, so naturally I did the logical thing and gave him a shotgun.
I know Ultima, the older Ultimas had like rocket ships and shit, but seeing like a really fantasy Ultima game, like the Fantasy and Dragons, were they sausages to you, Joey? Now this is pod racing, aww. But seeing like a character with a fucking shotgun in a medieval fantasy story is fucking silly.
What? I'm the goddamn Avatar. I'm supervising him. But yeah, it's pretty much the plot. It starts off really simply. You're chasing the suspects of the murder, two Fellowship missionaries named Elizabeth and Abraham, all over Britannia and fighting crime on the way. Eventually you discover the Fellowship is secretly working to bring the Guardian into the world.
The Double Dragon movie poster, lol. I rented that from the video store once. That fucking movie was corny as shit. The ActRaiser has really good music. I still need to play the remake.
World by
That fucking movie was corny as fuck. I mean, they did get some things right. It's a post-apocalyptic movie about two brothers named Billy and Jimmy. Red Skeleton Booba. Those are muscles. Good Neo. Yes, there was. It was also on PlayStation. I need to pick up a copy of that.
constructing a
That's a fun game.
blag hoe. And to prevent anyone from interfering, they also build these weird geometric generators that have ruined the magic
I love how the characters walk in this game. They kind of just scuttle.
ether, disrupted the moon gates, and driven all the wizards on the planet uselessly mad.
How much the AES version of... How much? 16... God fucking damn it. Sorry, Father. Fuck. You could buy a car for that much. You can buy a car. You could, if you're cheap, buy a house.
Elizabeth and Abraham are always one step ahead of you in this story, and the only way to follow them is to go undercover in the Fellowship. The main villains are really the creepy head of the Fellowship, Batlin, and his right...
Whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy. Medicare Masochist for $14.88. Whoa, buddy. He says flamenco felted. Let's fucking go. Selling one on eBay with no manual on the box and shit condition. But geez, 11,000. Fuck.
right-hand pirate man, Captain Hook.
What the fuck?
Yes, it's really Captain Hook. You also have...
All right, this is my team, a rough and tumble. This is a Family Guy joke. It was Chase with his whole gang. Merman, Skeletor, and Norm from Cheers. Amazing what people would rather have than money. Yeah.
talk to fucking Chuckles again in this game, and to get a vital clue, you have to play the game. This was infuriatingly annoying back in the day, since
Did you lose the game?
you had no idea how to play the game, nobody tells you, and this was before you could just look stuff up on the internet. When you finally figured it out, you
5 games on the Neo Geo that's more expensive than stadium events, and 2 of them are Neo Turf Masters and Metal Slug 1. Those are good games.
wanted to skin Chuckles
Metal
alive
Slug
and
is
throw
good.
his carcass in a salt mine.
And Neo Turf Masters might be the best golfing game I've ever played.
The trick is
On
you have
the
to use only
green.
one-syllable words, and if you don't, he stops talking to you, and you have to start all over again. Oh, and by the way, I reviewed the footage from the last
Manual alone is 10,000. Fuck.
review, and Chuckles fucking cheated. He used a 2-syllable word. What asshole wrote his jokes anyway? Like I said, the plot is somewhat frustrating when you already know the guy in charge of the Fellowship is evil, but you have to play along with the story like a dope and do all the things Batlin asked you to do to prove your body thetans are purged or something. Batlin gives you a quest to
Metal Slug's 12,000 for a manual. I hope they kiss you first.
prove your worth.
Take you out on a nice date.
Collect a hidden
I like to be wined and dined before I'm fucked.
cache of Fellowship funds from the dungeon Destard. Do not worry, it is completely deserted. Deserted my ass! Fuck you, Batlin, this place is full of fucking
Did I watch this video? I don't remember my last Ultima stream. Did I watch this one? Ah, fuck it.
dragons! Look at all the fucking dragons!
Are not sane people. They are a different breed.
Look at
That's like people who buy and collect luxury cars. Like, that shit people like Jay Leno does. Like, someone who can afford it.
him! How the fuck did they get a chest here in the first place? And when you go back to confront him with his lies that lured you into certain death, oh, he's ready for you. With an apology. Yeah!
I do apologize for thine inconvenience. What? I fell asleep half the time watching your streams. Oh, well, I'm happy I can be your ASMR.
And you have to put up with it. Fuck this! I want to shove my sword up his ass! Why can't I kill this dickhead? Anyway, the most awesome part of this game
Fairly certain I watched this before, but fuck it. This is a good
is
video.
an expansion pack called the Forge of Virtue, which adds some weird new island that mysteriously rises out of the ocean, causing earthquakes and destruction all over Britannia.
God of War Ragnarok had me sleeping of boredom. There's only, I think, one more part. I think I'm at the end of the game. I'll be streaming that one tomorrow, and I'll be doing Magician's Lord after that, and then we'll probably watch either AVGN or Board James.
Yeah.
Or random gaming videos. I got a bunch of good ones.
Word British tells you to go check it out, and when you do, you find it's the ruins of Castle Exodus from Ultima 3. But sadly, there's no killer grass surrounding it now. The black core at the heart of Exodus
I skipped most of those God of War streams.
is still beating.
It came with my PlayStation 5. I figured I'd stream it. If I play some Neo Geo fighting games, alright, I can do that. I can do that for you. I have the King of Fighters collection, Art of Fighting, so we can do that.
And you have to pass the tests of truth, love, and courage to banish it to the vortex. Yep, you gotta get rid of the dark core of Exodus. Why do we keep leaving these pieces of the world-destroying monsters just...
Yeah, I watched this one before. I think I watched this last stream.
laying around to
Later fighters, they give you a bonus when you continue. Ooh.
destroy and corrupt the world? Is it too much to ask Lord British to send some guys to clean up after I'm done? You remember at the beginning when I said this game was violent and dark? Yeah.
Like in Real Bout 2, when you continue, they cut the enemy's health in half. I almost read head in half.
That was barely the beginning compared to the other shit you see in the dungeons of this place. I mean, oh my god. Oh, Jesus, look. A sorcerer just sacrificed a baby to summon a demon flanked by a horde of headless abominations. Look at the bones!
Terry wins. Fatality. I pictured Terry Davis when you said that, and I just pictured him driving his car into someone.
A game this dark and graphic. I mean, okay, you saw a mass grave for children in SWAT 4, which...
I need to play that one on stream. I've never played SWAT 4, but it looks good. You know what game I want to play on stream? I was watching a Hit 'em with your car. I was watching a video about it today at work. Silent Scope. Have you guys ever played that? It's fucking great. It's like a sniper rifle simulator. It's fucking awesome. Hey, Lily. Yeah, I played the Xbox version, and I played the Game Boy Advanced version when I was younger. Good fucking shit. Play it with the Elite Force mod, though.
It is one of the most nightmarish things I can
imagine. It is. It's just a shame that the console versions didn't let you, didn't have a way to emulate the scope. Xbox version had it. I didn't have the scope when because I got it used. It didn't come with the light gun for it. But it was still a fun game. And the Game Boy Advanced version was really good for a Game Boy Advanced port. They did a good job with that one.
You didn't actually see a ritualistically vivisected infant on an altar to a dark god.
This looks like Maria Amberovich's basement. Game is something you can, because you got to have like a special gun for it. Because there's like an actual television screen on the gun, and it was supposed to replicate you looking through the scope. It was really cool. I wish I played it in arcades, but I never did. But that Xbox port's pretty good.
Anyway, the whole point of the Forge of Virtue expansion pack is to create an obsidian sword, and to give it power, you infuse the blade with the trapped greater demon. This is where the game gets simultaneously awesome and ridiculous. By the end of the Forge, your attributes are maxed, and when you exile the Dark Core of Exodus, Lord British raises your strength to double maximum.
Wow.
And you have the Black Sword, which can suck the soul out of any creature in the game and kill them instantly at your command. And you're supposed to be the good guy in this game. I'm not even kidding. You have the touch of...
Hey, good things require bad deeds sometimes.
Death now. It doesn't matter what you want to fight, demons, dragons, hydras...
I'm still surprised at how well that game runs on the Game Boy Advance, though. Like, there is no reason a version of Silent Scope should work on the GBA. But it does. Based good guy anti-hero. Yeah.
Whatever. You touch it, it dies. But I know what you're thinking, because it's the exact same thought that crossed every single gamer's mind in the world when the Black Sword tells you about its ultimate power. Can I use the touch of death on Lord British? You can kill the shit out of him.
Yeah, it did. They had a really good version of Monkey Ball on there, a surprisingly good version of Max Payne. That GBA was a little powerhouse.
You even get a very theatrical scene where you take great pleasure in killing the lazy prick. There can be only one, you immortal fuck! This game spoils us. It's all about being a nice guy and not doing this sort of thing.
But it
still allows us to indulge in our perverted fantasies of ultraviolence every once in a while. You can also cause a loose brick to fall from an archway just as Lord British is walking under it and kill him.
You can kill the king with a brick. That's awesome.
That way, and I have no idea how anyone figured that out. Of course, the game is essentially unwinnable at this point, so I just settle for trapping Chuckles in a circle of black powder kegs and painting the walls with his fucking gore. You're not supposed to, but it's still a great game that rewards you for exploration and gives you an outlet to vent your frustrations. Like, fuck you, Chuckles! By this point, your character is...
Fuck Lord Bongistan.
Basically...
You kill him by accidentally dropping a brick on his head. That's fucking funny.
Death incarnate, and the game is absurdly easy since no force in Britannia can stand before you, and your sword drinks the souls of the guilty and innocent alike. Well, except for the 4 villains in the last battle, because I guess even the Demon of the Black Sword has a sense of fair play. Oh, and just in case you were thinking you could use the Black Sword to kill Batlin, since he's obviously the chief villain Scientologist, the Black Sword says no because it doesn't really want to.
Keep it up. Take it up with the Union.
So I can kill Lord British and make the game unwinnable, but killing the villain, which is logical, I can't. Oh, jeez, cute. Speaking of being godlike, the game still gives you the option of casting the Armageddon spell, which kills all life on the planet except for Lord British and Batlin for some reason. I just don't get this.
I like how their magic carpet has seats. Like you could sit in it like a car.
Why would it give you this option? It's like the game is deliberately handing you the history eraser button and then telling you very nicely not to push.
Will Stimpy push the button? Looks like Kino, but I'm too young to have enjoyed it. Hey, Echo Oven. My brother I didn't play a lot of it. I was too young and stupid to get into it, and honestly, I don't have the patience for MMOs. But yeah, it was pretty big. It was like one of the first big fucking MMOs.
Shit. So of course you do it. Why in the hell would another wizard sell you the Armageddon spell? Why?
Fool, what possessed thee to cast that damned Armageddon spell? I knew it was dangerous. Fucking, I can't read this shit.
Would you sell a deranged religious nutjob the Armageddon spell? It's not worth the money if you never get to spend it.
Happy, joy,
There's
joy.
a lot of weird stuff.
That's a good fucking show.
In this game too. I mean, whacked out loads of Easter.
Supposedly they're making new episodes of Beavis and Butthead, and not Beavis and Butthead. Ren and Stimpy. We're getting new episodes of Ren and Stimpy, and I do not have fucking faith in it because the last time they remade Ren and Stimpy, it was fucking awful. That adult party that show sucked.
Rags.
New Beavis and Butthead's fucking great though. It's probably the only adult cartoon that's actually consistently funny still. Like Family Guy, I may laugh at a joke or two. The Simpsons has been and everything else is just kind of dull. Like South Park, there's like what 1 or 2 good episodes a season, and they only have 6 episodes a season. Yeah, I told you I'd shoot, but you didn't believe me. Why didn't believe me?
If you go to Serpent's Hold, you'll find that every character there is the crew of Star Trek.
That's fucking cool.
The Next Generation.
Yeah, you can tell this game was made in like the late 80s, early 90s.
The second best weapon in the game is a gardening tool called the Hoe of Destruction. The Hoe of Destruction. I am dead.
Which is what Spoony calls his ex-girlfriend, the fat one.
Serious. Hey, don't underestimate the lethality of garden tools. You remember that pitchfork that nailed the gargoyle to the wall? I call that one the Pitchfork of Annihilation. But the Hoe of Destruction story? It gets better. You find the magic hoe in the toolshed of a guy who lives near the crash site of a Kilrathi starfighter from Wing Commander.
Lol, Spoony, no.
I am so not even kidding.
That's a fucking Kilrathi ship. Kitty cat people live in this world.
Think about this. This guy tells you all about the crash, mentions the Kilrathi by name, implying that not only the Wing Commander and Ultima series exist in the same continuity, but this must mean the Kilrathi are actually the dudes in the TIE fighters you were shooting down to become a space ace in Ultima 1! I know, right? I just blew my own mind.
That's pretty cool. It's still weird that fucking Ultima 1 has fucking spaceships and shit in there. I looked up the Red Ham Planet. She has her own makeup business.
Fine. And no, you can't just hop in the starship and fly around, although that would pretty much make this game the most awesome thing ever. There's also loads of nudity and sex in this game. It's weird. You never used to see this in games. Not only is there a bizarre nudist colony living inside a cave of giant bees, didn't I start off this review by saying how much more mature and sensible this game was than Ultima 1? So anyway, yeah, there's a family of nudists, and they live inside a cave of giant bees. One place I'd think you really wouldn't
Base 90. Yeah, they won't do this shit nowadays.
want to be a nudist, but aside from that, you can go to Buccaneer's Den and nail dirty pirate hookers on...
When was this released? This Spoony video came out in like 2010, 2011.
Moore Island. And just in case your hardtack's buttered on the other side, you can actually go to the brothel and have the male pirate prostitute Roberto polish your mizzenmast.
Roberto.
I'm not sure how prostitution fits in with the 8 virtues, but this has to be a landmark in gaming. Being able to play an openly gay character in an RPG? It's something, anyway. There's also a flying carpet hidden in the mountains. Best way to travel in the game. And I know it seems like nitpicking.
Game devs are epic because they added female. Yeah, they don't do that anymore.
But it always makes
Ancient
me laugh
history,
that the
yeah.
flying carpet comes equipped with 8 bucket seats.
I can show you.
Oh no, none of that.
I really liked this game back in the day, but it definitely helped that I bought the strategy guide, because otherwise I would have never figured out what the hell I'm supposed to do. The quests are so complex, it's easy to lose track of what you're doing and who you're doing it for. And
yeah, Western game developers don't like doing that stuff, and Japanese game developers are slowly caving into shit like that. Gaming is just going to be like Hollywood movies and comic books, just goy slop garbage.
Journal feature to remind you if you ever take a break and forget. Each step in the process is littered with a dozen more sub-steps and favors you have to perform for everyone you meet. For example, the Guardian has set up these magic generator devices around the world to disrupt the ether, screw up the moon gates, and brainwash the weak-minded. But to destroy them, you first need to contact the Time Lord. No, not that.
Just say no to goy slop.
But let's just take this one step as an example. You have to contact the Time Lord so we can tell you how to destroy the generators, but you don't
I love the Bayou Billy music in the background. That game had good music.
know where he is. First, you have to play the game with Chuckles, who tells you to talk to a fortune teller. The fortune teller tells you to ask the Wisps, who are extra-dimensional beings who know where the Time Lord is. But you can't talk to the Wisps because they only communicate with a woodland race of Ewoks known as the Emps. But the Ewoks won't talk.
Stupid Mario Brothers. Is it a good idea to microwave this? A bridge series? Yeah. There's a lot of good shit back there. Is it a... Ooh, I need to watch... I need to do a stream of Is it a good idea to microwave this? That'd be a good one.
Talk to you until you give them honey, which is their favorite food. And the only way you can get honey is to go to the Cave of Giant Bees past the nudist colony. To get past the bees, you need smoke bombs from a local hunter. Use the smoke...
Oblivion was my first ES game. Mine was Morrowind. I bought the Xbox version because it was like $15, and I was like, why not? And I played it. I was like, wow, this is really fucking good.
bombs to get the honey. You give the honey to the Ewoks, but they still won't help you contact the Wisps until you get permission from their leader. And their leader won't give...
Just saying, because literally every female model is sexualized and many are outright naked. Yeah, they don't do that anymore in Western games.
give you permission until you convince a nearby group of loggers to stop cutting down the silverleaf trees. So you stop the loggers, the Ents give you a whistle to talk to the Wisps.
Whoa.
So you find the Wisp, blow the whistle, and talk to the Wisp, but the Wisp won't tell you where the Time Lord is for free. You have to trade him a notebook of a famous Britannian sage named Elagner.
Hey, D-Man, really fucking good.
Wagner won't give you his notebook until you can tell him the answer to life, the universe, and everything, which you can only find out from a guy named Cain in Scarabray. But Scarabray was wiped out by a lich and is also turned into a land of the walking dead. So to talk to anyone who's dead, you need the seance spell. The island is also conveniently surrounded by giant white monoliths of rock, and there's no place
I'm
to
doing
lay the
good.
carpet.
How about
so
you?
You have to go on foot and pay the undead ferryman. Only a ghost named Cain knows the answer to your question, but he won't talk to you until you destroy the lich. The only way to destroy the lich is to imprison a magic cage and dump a special magic potion on it. But to get the cage, you need to convince the ghostly blacksmith to finish making it. To do that, you need to find his wife's ring. She only gives you the ring when you play your music box. When you give the smith the ring, he agrees to make the cage, but first...
Reminds me of the... Yes. I played that Star Trek game. That is a very complex game for an NES game. It's good, though. Surprisingly really good.
Needs an iron rod.
They also made a next generation game just like that. It's pretty good as well. Where characters do strip... Yeah, there is. Modern devs are afraid to do that. Yeah. Yeah, they'll fucking do that shit. I don't understand this shit. It's like, we live in the most sexualized time in the world. People are arguing for prostitute rights. Women are encouraged to prostitute themselves. But you can't show it in any sort of fictional media. That is verboten. That needs to be censored. They need to be covered up like Muslim housewives. But no, a woman can sell pictures of her asshole for $5 on the internet. Adam West, Lapdogs, Zelda Abridged. I did not watch that.
So you give him a rod, he gives you the cage, but now you have to enchant
But I could watch
the
that.
cage, you need to make a special alchemy potion. Put the lich in the magic cage, dump the magic potion on him, and kill the lich. But then you need to find someone willing to sacrifice themselves to destroy the lich's well of souls, forcing you to talk to everyone on the island. And finally, Cain tells...
Gamers are the most oppressed minority. It's not just gaming, it's anime. And comic. Anytime a character shows cleavage, or you see her ass, they fucking... They just fucking... You can't do that. It's bad. You gotta think about it. You gotta think about you can't sexualize fictional women. It's okay to convince an 18-year-old girl to sell pictures of her asshole online, but you can't do it to a fictional character.
tells you there
makes no sense.
are no answers to life.
You literally cannot objectify a video game character. They are objects.
And death.
They are not real.
You tell Wagner this, who says you can have his notebook. Actually, he says you can have the key to his warehouse, which has the notebook in it, which of course is a labyrinth full of bullshit teleporters and secret doors. You find the notebook, give it to the Wisp, who tell you the reach of the Time Lord. You have to drop your Orb of the Moons one step to the northwest, but you don't have an Orb of the Moon, so you have to talk to Lord Bridge, who gives you a spare.
Yeah, they seethe on Twitter, Kotaku, and fucking the Mary Sue would make articles. This game shows off a woman's cleavage. Why sex workers are brave, empowered women. You can't show cleavage in a video game. I'm sorry. That's wrong. You're hurting women.
Actually, that was.
Why would they? Yeah, true.
Because I didn't even talk about how to.
It's also a way to make men and women hate each other, so that way they won't breed and they just get replaced by mystery meat.
Free the Time
Like me.
Lord from his prison. That's the second part, and I'd explain it, but I don't feel well. The Time Lord explains that the Black Gate is powered by a major celestial alignment of all the planets, and time is short. Although that could all just be orbital wobble. But to make a long story slightly less long, you blow up the generators, find out where the Black Gate is, and attack the Fellowship stronghold, which has been prepared by the Guardian's faithful minions to be his glorious dread fortress upon his arrival. Why, to welcome their conquering god, they've even constructed a massive, imposing throne in the surprisingly small room, barely big enough to hold it, with human-sized doors and a sweeping view of a blank stone wall and a couple barred windows.
What kind of throne
and
room
mud floors.
is this? A throne room for ants? How am I supposed to get in? I need leg room, people. And
yeah, he's going to be hunched over. That chair does not look comfortable. A stone chair, that the Guardian's going to have fucking hemorrhoids. It's not a pretty sight.
Come on, I may be a dark god of deceit and domination, but even I need a little lumbar support.
It's worth mentioning your companion AI isn't all that good because they stay in formation so tightly they often blunder directly into death traps. But you're basically invincible by now anyway, so all you need to do is run to the last encounter and just kill anything blocking your path. When you finally get to the chamber with the Black Gate, Batlin 6 Captain Hook on you, who attacked me with his oh-so-deadly whip. Once you kill him, Batlin bails out, leaving you alone to blow up the...
Get him, Captain Hook! Oh, shit.
Black Gate.
Oh!
Reminds me of old RuneScape. Yeah, RuneScape was probably motivated by it.
You cannot do that! You must not! You avatar! Damn you! Avatar! You think you have won? Think again! Perhaps your puny Earth shall be my next target.
Oh shit, man, making threats.
Dude, what's the matter with you? Stop telling me your evil plans. If I know what they are, I can stop you. You know, like I just freaking stopped you? You'd think he'd learn at some point.
This the Ultimate Warrior. That's a Metal Gear Solid 3 reference. One of the villains in Metal Gear Solid 3 is this Russian dude that can shoot electricity. And he says that word several times because it's like, this is the guy who made PPP. And he says it because it's like Japanese superstition where if it's thundering out, you say Kuwabara, Kuwabara, to keep the thunder from hitting you. And the one time he doesn't say it, he gets struck by lightning, like poetry.
I call upon the power of the god!
Ended up worse than Spoony. PPP, he's in the hospital, I think. He has like a fat person disease.
Gods!
Oh, this was back when Blackest Night was out. I think it was already out. It was a Green Lantern storyline where like a bunch of other lanterns team up to fight fucking the Black Lantern who can just summon zombies. PPP is literally dying. Diabetes. So, like, everyone had, like, I had a few of the Green Lantern rings. I had a Black Lantern one. It was cool.
What is thy bidding, my master?
The celestial alignment approaches. Prepare a new black...
I don't fucking... This was back when every YouTuber, funny and, frankly, offensive. He caught AIDS from Fish pay pigs. I'm gonna grab a drink. Let me I'll be right back. Yeah, this is back when every game reviewer and internet reviewer had to have a fucking story arc about how they're like a superhero Time Lord Power Ranger that has to save the day from the anti-reviewer. Kind of reminds me of watching those Game Over Thinker videos. That fucking guy. The anti-thinker. It's like him wearing fucking like MMA clothing. The retro thinker, and it's just him in a fucking Mario hat. It's like the same fat fuck, goony fat fuck. He's got a new hat. It's different. He didn't overthink that story arc. Ooh. Phantasmagoria. Ugh. I did not see that coming. Did you? Alright, this is Spoony's video about Ultima 7, the Black Forge of Virtue. Hold on.
Ultima 7 Part 2 picks up the story about 18 months after the destruction of the Black Gate, and the Avatars discovered some troubling news.
My liege.
Does a Jew who is smart but also have a brain damage called? Auschwitz. That's a good one.
All we found among Battlin's belongings
Oh.
was this enchanted scroll, and a map showing the way to a place called the Serpent Isle.
Indeed.
Really? It took you 18
Indeed.
months before you finally decided to go
Well,
searching
nice.
through his stuff, the Archmage who attempted to bring an evil red god into the world and teleported away from you vowing revenge. It only just now
He has a poster for the Fist of the North Star movie in the background. That movie was... It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good.
occurred to you to go looking through his stuff to see if he had a backup
And he has a poster for the Wizard as well.
plan written down somewhere.
No, you cannot do that. You must not. You Avatar. Damn you.
Okay, well, that's done. I'm on vacation. Woo!
Well, shouldn't we look for the wizard who built the Black Gate in case he tries to build another one?
Yeah, eventually. Hey, who's coming to Buccaneer's Den? We hurry, we can still catch happy hour. I'm driving. Chicks dig the magic carpet. Woo!
Stand back!
Started watching the anime. I need to finish it. It's a good anime. Fist of the North Star. Really good. I didn't finish the rest of it because there's like, I got up to the part where he defeats Raoul and kills Raoul. But then there's like a part that takes place in the future. Sorry for spoilers for a 30, 40-year-old anime.
Backlin, in the unlikely event that the Avatar stops me from coming through the Black Gate, I command you to follow the unwitting female
You need braces, dog. Your teeth look like rocks.
human Gweno to the Serpent Isle. There I shall outline my plan to destroy Britannia.
Oh, and you should probably destroy this scroll too, just in case they take the bizarre investigative leap and actually search through your belongings. And since when did the Guardian start handing out his orders on magic holographic scrolls anyway? We've seen he's perfectly capable of telepathic communication between dimensions, and Batlin was the guy he started talking to in Britannia from the beginning. You're telling me Batlin couldn't remember the phrase, "Go to Serpent Isle"? He had to keep that magic scroll laying around for future reference?
'Tis my worst fear. I must send the Avatar through the pillars to the Serpent Isle.
Why does that guy talking sound like the nerd from King of the... You guys remember that episode of King of the Hill where Bobby joins a D&D group and they're like wizards? And the fucking nerdy guy that looks like Justin Wang? He sounds like that. And spoil my seed on a common harlot? No, mine shall come from the east when I'm 5,000.
My second worst fear is eating a loaf of bread laced with rat poison, but that seems unlikely to pass. Your ship passes between the serpent pillars and teleports away to end up immediately beached on a strange and distant land. The
Depressing as fuck to see Spoony so young and energized. Yeah, it is. It's really sad.
eponymous Serpent Isle. And hey, I even used the word eponymous correctly. And you remember how I complained in my scathing review of Ultima Underworld 2 that even though you're a 9-time savior of Britannia, for some reason you start your adventure with no weapons or armor or spells? Well, in this game, you and your companions arrive on Serpent Isle armed to the teeth with all the swag you got in the Black Gate and more. Everyone's got everything. Magic armor, magic bows, magic arrows, magic throwing axes, magic shields, magic spears, and magic helmets.
The last hurrah of good Spoony before... Yep. His he honestly, if he ended it with his Ultima 9 review, it would be perfect. Time awaits for no man, Ikoven. Even us.
Magic
yes.
everything, a sword that protects you from magic, and you've remembered to pack your fully loaded
Apple bobbing,
spellbook
apple
along
picking,
with
apple
the most
everything.
powerful weapon in existence, the Black Sword. Although, we did forget one thing. We kind of forgot to pack the magic carpet. I mean, being able to fly might have been slightly, kind of, massively useful, but whatever. I mean, finally some common sense, right? The world's greatest heroes actually start the adventure prepared. And then seconds later, you all get struck by lightning repeatedly, which instead of killing you, teleports every single piece of equipment away. Because God hates me. But you know what? I'm not even mad, because at least this game gives you a reason all your equipment goes missing. At least it's not
the only
Underworld
hope for
2,
death in
where
battle.
The only explanation is you showed up to a party fat and out of shape and wearing nothing but burlap. At least here it's part of the plot. And that reason is the island is racked with bizarre magic storms called teleport storms. When something here is struck by lightning, it's replaced by something else, something completely random from somewhere else on the island.
Fine way to go.
So my precious black sword
yes, and you get to go to Valhalla.
is now replaced by a rock. I'm now
I got a rock.
cap in place of my magic helm. I've got someone's silk stockings, and I think I kind of got the shaft on this particular exchange. But at least it motivates you to go questing to find your missing items and get them back.
Ooh, Frog's theme. That's a good song.
This place is pretty weird, though, and you get in trouble right away. See, the people here aren't exactly the biggest fans of Lord British. I mean, join the club, right? Me neither. I figure we should get along great. Pompous crown-wearing douchebag. But the rest of your companions freaking love the guy for some reason. Even when it becomes clear that everyone else on Serpent Isle hates British and has basically demonized the guy historically, your boys just carry on raising toasts to the idiot and singing songs about him in bars, which gets you arrested and put on trial for treason almost immediately. Why did they hate the guy? Well, back in the DOS era, before we had more than 3 colors in our games, Lord British wasn't the only sovereign around. The land was called Caesarea back then.
Anyone remember that from the last stream?
Remember all those other kings in Ultima 1 who had their own captive princesses? Yeah, well, when Lord British came forward and proclaims that he's discovered the one true religion based on a book he found that comes from outer space, a few people had some...
The alien. Good old Chanology. Fun times.
Understandable objections. Turns out people don't like having a stupid fakey theology imposed on them by royal mandate. Turns out people kinda get suspicious when only one copy of this holy scripture exists, and it's hidden behind impenetrable magic wards, and only one man can even look at it. And this asshole is supposed to be your messiah. Yeah, let's just say a few people called bullshit on Lord British.
I think that's an abortion protest.
So in the end, these people who objected...
Project Chan. Yeah, anyone remember that? No, it's crazy.
Nations of people were forced to leave the planet entirely because they wanted to continue pursuing their own philosophical beliefs free of persecution. Still thinking Lord British is a good guy, he declares himself king over the entire planet, crushed all resistance before him, creates his own theocratic monarchy, and instead of tolerating any other form of worship or religious belief in his domain, forced thousands of people into extra-dimensional exile. What an asshole! This intolerant prick refuses to even countenance the presence of those who don't blindly follow his made-up religion without question. This wouldn't be the first or last time this would happen either. I mean, in Ultima 6, he didn't even attempt to pursue diplomatic relations with the gargoyle.
Sounds based to me, if only he wasn't a Mormon.
Either. He just sends the Avatar to go slaughter everyone who threatens his precious shrines. In fact, the only reason he accepts a truce in the first place is when the Avatar forcibly imposes one on him by giving one of the...
Was Jim Mediker's first movement. Was he involved in that?
The Vortex...
I know he was, like, around back... He wasn't, like, around, but he was, like, around back then.
Just to the Gargoyle King.
Mine
what makes
too.
British even worse is that his religion is actually a complete lie. A lie that's revealed when you get to Serpent Isle and find the ruins of the ancient people who used to live there, a race of people called the Ophidians. The Ophidians believed in godlike serpents representing the conflicting principles of order and chaos, and they followed...
Well, that sounds like some Jordan Peterson stuff. Order, you gotta slay the dragon of chaos.
Their own virtue.
Oh, I can do a good Kermit voice. You have to slay the dragon of chaos. It's the only way to clean your room and to wash your balls. Ah, the Muppet Show!
Based on those forces. The serpents take the form of 2 snakes wrapped around together in conflict.
2 snakes coming together.
Failed Jim cried. This is just like Chanology. Oh, yeah.
Facing each other.
Conan the Barbarian.
One.
Actually, it's
That's a good
three
movie.
snakes. There's one snake in the middle called the Great Earth Serpent of Balance. Here's the thing, though. The Ophidians are entirely correct. The
That looks like a medical symbol.
serpents of order and chaos actually exist. You see them. Hell, you talk to them. They are fucking real. So real, in fact, that when the serpent in the middle that keeps order and chaos from
The Persona music. Yeah, it's good music. Has never caught a W. I mean, the guy gets... I think people still give him money on Patreon. He has a bunch of people that just throw money at him. So that's kind of a W.
each other goes missing, the resulting imbalance and conflicts...
Dude, why is Lord British... I know that's the actual Lord British guy, but he looks so fucking weird. He looks like a picture that's been photoshopped.
starts to unravel the fabric of reality
You did catch...
itself.
Yeah, true.
And threatens to not only destroy Britannia and Serpent Isle, but all of existence in every dimension, everywhere. Basically, the serpents...
The symbol is based on the rod of Mercury Hermes. Oh. Terry Davis reminds me of the little match girl is a pagan symbol. Huh.
are God in these games. What does this have to do with anything, besides Lord British being every bit the power-mad, intolerant, murderous skid mark the Caesarians think he is? Well, as I said, the Serpent of Balance...
It is Persona music. That's... Hey, Beeb, Lord British is Godwinson. You know, I can actually picture that. But now they are growing more powerful and threatening the castle itself. Do you understand Jim Medica, who just needs to pop a baby aspirin and he'll be alright? Ethan Ralph and Gator, ladies and gentlemen. And he starts playing music. Big time Buddy the Pig's paid for his anime dungeon and Chinaman
has been
waifu.
lost. I think what happened is that in Ultima 3, Exodus got so powerful he somehow managed to rip the Earth Serpent out of the Void and bound it to guard Castle Death, and from there, I don't know, it got sealed up in a statue.
Genetic dead end,
In
it's
the meantime,
over.
the other two snakes started fighting. The Order Serpent ended up killing the Chaos Serpent, and that really fucked things up. And that's why there are teleport storms. That's the universe destroying itself. And Batlin, well, he's got his own plan, although I'm not 100% sure I fully understand the big picture here. He's gathered the three
Right time, right place.
pieces of the
That's how it
Chaos
works.
Serpent, and he wants to use them to somehow steal their power. He even tells you that he plans
Broken branch, grandma made a cry.
to use this power to become immortal and overthrow the Guardian himself. But something goes wrong, again, I'm not sure what, but when Batlin tries to open the Wall of Lights, access the Void, and gain this power, lightning strikes him from out of nowhere and just kills him.
See how I reward those who fail me.
Yeah, but what? The Guardian did that? So he can just smite
Why?
any poor bastard he wants with Sith
Why,
lightning at
though?
any time? Why doesn't he just use that to kill the Avatar?
We know Jimry's grandparents still cry.
You could have done that before you destroyed the Black Gate. I don't know. But here's the really bad news. When Batlin
Oh boy, he's playing that Bayou Billy music.
fucks up the spell, it releases 3 raw elemental forces of chaos known as the Chaos Banes, and they infect the bodies of your companions and turn them into demigods of chaos. Shamino becomes the Bane of Anarchy. Dupre turns into a monster
Snick.
called the Bane of Wantonness, basically the spirit of lust and selfish desires. And Yolo becomes the Bane of Insanity. Whew. Looks more
Well, he looks like he's fucking tired. That's me after fucking working a 12-hour shift and staying up all night playing fucking video games. No step on snake. Chaos babies.
like the Bane of severe allergies to me. But this is a pretty fucking badass plot, having your friends turn against you and you having to find a way to bring them down. Although I still have to laugh at poor Shamino here.
Why has he got a fucking Ushenka hat? He looks like Dr. Randomer Cam after a shave.
Everyone else gets an awesome new demonic makeover. Dr. Insanulo here gets the clenched teeth and horrible bloodshot eyes. Dupre gets turned into some deranged lizard head guy. And Shamino, the terrible Bane of Anarchy, gets the exact same dopey hangdog look he always had. He just sort of glows blue.
Lefauer, 5-hour coom session. What the fuck?
I just can't see the world quailing in terror before a dude in a deerstalker cap. So your old friends, now possessed of this godlike fury, wage a campaign of genocide across the entire island and kill just about everybody. Yeah, well, I didn't need them anyway. They're not really my friends, because I've got the Create Automaton spell.
Seeing the rabbi dance makes me want to cine-gouge my eyes out.
So I'll just make robot versions of my friends and dress them up the same way, and they'll be better, because
You can make little robots? That's cool.
They don't have to eat or poop or anything. And robots don't abandon you. Not like people do.
Ooh, that joke didn't age good.
Anyway, this game is widely considered to be the best of the series because of the high stakes and the shocking turns the plot takes with your longtime companions when you're forced to hunt them down and attempt to restore their sanity. And I'm mostly inclined to agree, because I love Ultima 7, but again, I have to play the bad guy for this review.
Spoony, no!
There's a few nagging problems with the game, and
I have this game, but I haven't played it. I have all the Ultima games on GOG, but I've played a little bit of Ultima 7, but I haven't played this one yet. But it looks really cool. I want to dive into it, but I know if I install it and play it, I'll just be like, fuck this.
that really started to wear on me in the second game.
And Frank's high score in Metal Gear Slug 2, 6 million. Ooh. And frankly, I did not see that coming.
Back-to-back can cause a real severe case of burnout because of these problems. The first thing is the font they chose for all
Never
the dialogue.
rust, no
it's
one's
this old
spoony.
English calligraphy-style font, and there's a ton of it. It's just hard to...
Bruh, that guy looks like Christian. That looks like Christian. But, I could not resist her advances.
read, and even...
She demanded that our lovemaking be done in secret, and so I, built a secluded love palace. Oh god, this is perfect. Shut that goddamn thing off! Do you realize, let me tell you, if the Guardian finds out what you posted on the damn internet, he could come out of that black gate and have us killed? I'm working on it. He's working on eating the food.
Though it's outlined in black, it tends to blur together with the background graphics. I just really wish they'd chosen a more basic, easy-to-read font without the...
Yo, what the fuck is that person? Why has he got a mullet? Why is he skinned alive?
the swirls.
Yes, yeah, Christian's like a crypto creature now. He's like a fucking... yeah, Joe Exotic. He got mauled by one of his fucking tigers.
And curls, and
I bet it was that Sarah, whatever the fuck her name is.
put a darkened backdrop
Baskin
behind the
Robbins.
text. It gives me a headache. Second, the game is really glitchy. It has this nasty habit of letting monsters respawn when you scroll a region off screen and return.
Looks like creatures from They Live. Yeah, when you put on the glasses. I love how characters in Ultima 7 just kind of scuttle everywhere. They don't walk, they just kind of like walk like South Park characters.
Which is either bad design or it's needlessly cheap. Sometimes characters get stuck inside inaccessible buildings or in weird behavior loops that prevent you from getting needed quest items. A harmless but really funny example of this is when city guards run into each other on patrol and get into an endless argument over who should get the fuck out of the way.
You're in my way.
Need you to move.
You gotta move away from my way, sir.
That's a good one.
In my spot.
Move over, sir.
Move over.
You're in my spot, sir.
I love it. I keep waiting for them to get into a fist fight. Speaking of fighting, I never really feel like I have any control over the combat either. I never do anything. Whenever I get attacked, all I do is push a key to activate combat mode, and I pretty much just sit...
Really had a point on the ball of Nazis. They really settled a pen point on them. Yeah, you didn't know Anne Frank invented the ballpoint pen?
back and
She's
watch
a genius.
the fight play out automatically. All the characters just mob together in one big clusterfuck. Everybody's swinging swords at indeterminate targets. Things are exploding. The action is obscured with character dialogue. And in a few incomprehensible seconds, it's just over and I loot bodies. I basically have no meaningful input to the outcome of fights aside from how I equip the characters, and combat just becomes a spectator sport, which is in stark contrast to the strategic decisions involved in earlier games.
Oh wow, he's playing one of the NES versions.
If you're having trouble with the combat, I found the best thing to do is collect sleeping potions, which ordinarily have no practical value. Except if you open your inventory during combat, you can use the sleeping potion on your enemies.
Just fucking roofie them. Stunning and brave. Yeah, just fucking roofie them. Give them the Bill Cosby treatment. Give them some Quaaludes and the pudding pop and they go sleep.
And for some reason, this works. They just fall into a coma on the spot. So if the Chaos Blades get together and start kicking your ass, apparently in the middle of combat you can just force-feed them sleeping potions, and they're rendered completely helpless. I have no idea if this is a glitch or an intentional design decision. It's like the Bronze Men who eat the poison grass in clones of Bruce Lee. Why would they...
The fucking what? I need to watch that one.
Do this! The interface really starts to get on your nerves, too. Nothing is as easy as it should be in this game. Here's a prime example. All I want to do is put this black rock serpent inside this slot in the temple's floor, but come on. The game just doesn't understand that God damn it! Why does it have to be this precise? I'm putting it in the slot.
That looks really annoying, actually.
Fuck! I mean, it's right over the slot. God damn it! This shouldn't be that hard! You also have to manage...
He re-uploaded that video recently. Nice! I'll have to download it and watch it and take his views.
Every individual character's inventory, which is an incredible amount of micromanagement. You have to get downright obsessive-compulsive with your inventory organization if you want to find anything without...
Someone who's obsessed with 90s arcade games? A neo-Nazi.
5 minutes of searching through 6 distinct inventories. In fact, it's the inventory system that made me rage quit this game and leave it unfinished up to now. Here's what happened. At the end of the game, you need to free the Great Earth Serpent from its prison so it can restore balance between order and chaos and save the universe. And to do that, you need to wear all the sacred Ophidian serpent relics, because only the Hierophant of Balance, who wears all these items, can access the Temple of Balance. So I played the whole game collecting all the serpent items until finally it was time to suit up. My destiny was all leading up to this. I donned the sacred serpent armor, wielded the powerful serpent staff. I wore the fabulous serpent earring. What? Serpent earrings, really? I wore the...
Well, he's playing Terminator music, but he's gearing up. He's getting snaked up. J.K. Rowling's favorite arcade game, Turf Masters, because freaks claim she has one. She just has common sense. She doesn't have to give a shit. J.K. Rowling has god money. You know how much that woman gets a day just from the Harry Potter theme parks at fucking, like, Universal? She doesn't have to give a shit. She can just be like, you guys are fucking freaks. Stop.
The serpent necklace, the serpent crown, ready the mighty Ophidian sword, and finally, I wore the serpent ring. Wait, where the fuck is the serpent ring?
Oh, shit.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Where the hell did I put the serpent ring? No joke, this actually happened. I played through the entire game, I got to this point, and I lost the goddamn serpent ring.
Ooh, that is heartbreaking. Fuck. That is harsh.
Oh, I am so fucked. So fucked. I spent 2 hours searching in vain through every bag, in every character's inventory, dumping everything out, dumping every bag on the...
Call a disease where you can breathe from eating raw food. Pink Floyd.
...boards separating every item, which are full of...
Harry Potter's a ripoff of another series called The Worst Witch. I think I remember that. The Psycho... That's another game I need to stream, is Psychonauts.
...of this chaotic mess of potions, magic scrolls, I got fucking coins in 3 different denominations, I got gold bars, piles on piles of fucking beef jerky, I got green cheese, crossbow bolts, my...
That seems like a pain in the ass.
God, why didn't I organize the shit in my backpack better? Rings in Ultima 7 don't even look like rings. They look like 2x2 squares of pixels. This thing is fucking gone. I could have dropped it anywhere in the entire world, and I'll never be able to find it again. The universe is officially doomed because I'm an idiot and
The game on the original Xbox when I was a kid, it is. I played the demo on the original Xbox, but I have it on my PS4. It's PS5 now. It's a very good game. Very good.
I lost the fucking ring. Can you imagine how frustrating it would be to play this game for weeks, only to get this far and lose a game critical item? I mean, yes.
At that point, I'd fucking break something. Like, I would punch a hole in the wall. That is ridiculous. I'm at the end of the game. Oh, fuck, I lost a 2-pixel wide item. Fuck.
I admit it.
That is infuriating.
Fucking idiot. It's my fault. I should have been more careful with the absolutely...
That's probably one of his ex-girlfriend's bras, actually. Can we see that again?
Been more careful with...
Yeah, that's one of his ex-girlfriend's over-the-shoulder boulder holders.
The absolutely vital magical relic, but after playing the Black Gate, I just gotten so numb to the mundanity of managing the packing.
He has Final Fantasy dolls and White Castle juice. Lupa, no!
People, I could have put this fucking thing anywhere.
A lot of beef jerky.
I guess it's off.
To be fair, I buy a lot of beef jerky too. I like snacking on it. It's good.
Authentic to real life. Like, if you just threw the One Ring of Power into a backpack full of all the shit you collected over the course of an adventure, you'd be hopeless.
Ugh, Spoony, why do you have that?
So fuck trying to find it too. Ah, but here's the killer part.
And planet has some big moons orbiting.
I shouldn't have quit playing. Why? Because of another game glitch. Even though the game tells you that you need to find every...
Almost killed herself because nobody would publish Harry. Oh, that's sad. Clear why he has it. I'm glad, honestly, I'm glad for her. I don't agree with a lot of what she says, but I'm glad she was able to make something out of that. Good for her.
Single serpent artifact. This is, in fact, not true. When you get to the end game, it checks for every single serpent item, except one. It does not check for the serpent ring.
Talk about a shaggy dog story. Fuck.
Pretty much.
InfoWars is a wimp for Jews now. Ah, that sucks. Simp. I mean, they fucking sued Alex Jones for like $1 billion. They tried to take away his kitty cat.
Fail all around.
Just a coincidence.
I don't know. For some reason, I just liked the Blackgate better. Maybe I was a little burned out, and maybe the ring thing pissed me off, but there seemed to be a lot more annoying puzzle solving in Serpent Isle. Your quest requires you to go to all these temples devoted to the various aspects of order and chaos.
Cool down after the Mossad visit him. Probably doesn't want to get shot in the head.
And each one of those is an exercise in puzzle solving, reading books, taking pop quizzes on stuff in those books. Wait, body transference? Author of the Ultimate...
The Ultimate Warrior. You know, I'm going to say that is a wrestling reference.
Warrior?
Yeah!
The Blackgate is nearly completed, Hulk Hogan! Soon the Guardian will descend from parts unknown, and the Mega Powers will truly unite! How should I prepare yourself, you may...
The Mega Powers is Hulk Hogan and fucking Randy Savage. Is he saying Hogan and Randy are going to reunite? The Mega Powers!
Ask Hulk Hogan, should I cover my love junk in catnip and teabag a Horny the Lion? Should I...
Forget the Holocaust, just like how we'll never forget what Steven Spielberg did to Heather O'Rourke. God damn! Fucking Richard Russell going in with the fucking fist.
Brush my teeth and icy
Let's go, brother!
And rinse it out with lemon juice. I can feel it, dude! I can feel it calling in the air tonight! Oh, Lord!
Well, that was random. Anyway, the puzzles involving the books are really the most interesting ones. That's not saying much, though. The vast majority of the puzzles consist mainly of collecting
Channel has been compromised by the media.
items and putting them on pedestals. You do a lot of collecting items and putting them on pedestals. Virtually every single temple, and there's about a dozen of them, require you to collect symbols of stuff like the Comb of Beauty, the Abacus of Ethicality, the Mirror of Truth, Serpent Scepter, and other bullshit, and finding pedestals to put them on. It just gets ridiculous at some point, and most of it doesn't even make any sense. I remember one puzzle near the end that requires you to find cubes of order and chaos and put them on a pedestal that builds a teleporter to another room, like 4 of these things. What the
F. David Zaslav, F. Steven Spielberg, F. John Landis, F. them all. Burn behind the wooden door.
hell is a cube of order and a cube of chaos?
John Landis killed 2 kids and his son ended up raping women.
Who makes
Just
these
saying.
things and why? Did they go bad? Why would the Ophidians create so many needless hoops to jump through just to open doors and reach their places of worship? Even the very last thing you do in this game involves putting things on a pedestal when you have to put the serpent armor, staff, and crown on a table, which turn into the Eye of Balance. What do you do with the
Eye of Order, actually.
Eye of Balance?
Mel Gibson was right.
Why you
He's a good actor, too.
go into another room
I like them lethal weapon movies. They're pretty good.
and put it on another pedestal. Then you put more stuff on the pedestal. Then you put the black rock snakes on the slots in the floor. This whole game, all you do is get things and put them on things. Hey, I found a thing. Let's find a thing to put it on.
It sounds like puzzles in Resident Evil. I found a diamond, put it in a cat's eye. You get a key, you put that into a thing. You grab a thing to put it in a thing, you put it in a thing, and then you have to like push a button 5 times in the right order.
Here's some things. Let's find some more things to put them on. Let's put some things on things. Things on things. Here's some things to put on things to create things to put on more things. And there's way too many puzzles that require just flipping switches to open doors elsewhere, often leading to another room with more switches that open doors to rooms with even more switches. There's no
Mad Max, that was a good movie. I like Beyond Thunderdome. That was a good one.
logic or strategy to this. You're just
Third
meant to
one
guess at combinations,
wasn't-
running around until
wasn't-
eventually you just exhaust all the other possibilities and find
Yeah,
the right
Beyond
switches to
Thunderdome was
proceed.
good.
The Last Temple is insane.
Was Beyond Thunderdome the third one? I don't fucking
in
remember.
this regard. As good as the plot in Serpent Isle is, and it's very
Neo Geo,
very
Neo
good,
Nazi,
the
prophecy
gameplay can be
confirmed.
serious drama.
3 was mid.
Still,
That's usually how it is for movies. It's always, first movie is good, second movie is one of the greatest movies of all time, third movie is alright. Star Wars did it, I think Lord of the Rings. I've never seen Lord of the Rings, so I'm not going to say. But yeah, Star Wars, Streets of Rage, Shinobi. It's always, first one's good, second one is fucking amazing, third one's okay.
I admit,
Except the Star Wars prequel trilogy was, first one was alright, second one was really fucking boring, third one was really fucking good.
there is a lot of fun to be had when the Banes take over the...
He was good in Signs, which is funny since Joaquin Phoenix is Jewish. I forgot about Signs. Yeah, that was the movie where the aliens are afraid of water. Yeah, good job fucking invading Earth, a planet that's like 70% water, dipshit.
the world because you genuinely don't know where it's going. And holy shit! Attacking jesters that are made of explosions! Run! What the hell is going on? Fucking Chuckles has sworn revenge and mobile.
Prequels, anything else? I don't mind the prequels. I used to not like them, but when I watched them again in like 2010, I borrowed the DVDs of the prequels, actually all 6 Star Wars movies from a guy I knew, and I decided to watch them in order, so episode 1 to episode 6. And I was like, these movies aren't as bad as I remember them, and they're actually not bad, they're pretty decent. Most prequel hate was Gen Z Star Wars fans, like guys like Spoony and Ashens, guys that were in their like 30s and 40s. They really didn't like it, but a lot of people are like, they're not bad.
Mobilize an army of suicide bomber jesters or what? I don't know, I guess I shouldn't bother trying to make sense of a world where cats explode when you click on them.
Oh, fuck!
All cats do that. I've never
Bloody
had one.
cats?
When you finally subdue the Banes, you collect their souls, resurrect your companions, and restore their sanity. Finally, you have to reform the Chaos Serpent, but the only way to bind it back together is through a human...
I like them. I even like Jar Jar's alright. Yeah, it seems, yeah, he's alright. He's just comic relief. Fuck, what was R2-D2 and C-3PO in the original trilogy? They were comic relief. They distracted from the movie, said silly shit. So I don't know why I don't know. And I really feel bad. The guy that played Jar Jar Binks actually became suicidal. Mainly because the media was calling him a racist, and the fucking internet was calling him just a bad character. I'd feel suicidal too. No wonder fucking Jake Lord had schizophrenia as an adult.
Sacrifice. So your friend Dupre, unable to cope with the guilt of all the deaths he's caused at his hands, commits suicide in your place by hurling himself into a
We're at least likable, unlike Dar Dar Binks.
crematorium. That done, you go to the Temple of Balance, flip a log...
Solar Boys ruined the plot too. He was going to be a Sith Lord. That would have been awesome. It makes sense why he offered what was it, a special power to Chancellor Palpatine. He was working for the Sith. There's a really good Star Wars story that takes place after the original trilogy, where it shows Jar Jar Binks is living like as a bum. Anyway, Jar Jar Binks is a bum entertaining children. He's disowned by the Gungans, disowned by society, and he just lives to entertain children, and that's it. And it's really fucking sad. It's a really good story.
A lot of switches, put a shitload of things on other things, and finally release the Great Earth Serpent, which somehow pulls you into the void.
Gunkins. Did you know that the Chip and Dale movie that came out recently, it wasn't supposed to be Ugly Sonic. It was supposed to be Jar Jar Binks at the convention, and I wish they went with that. You picked the wrong house, fool. Hey, Waheen, it's E.T. Chill. I haven't seen it. I have not seen it, although it was Seth Rogen, so I probably am not going to see it.
Balance is restored. Serpent Isle, Britannia, your Earth, the entire universe, all are saved. We thank you.
Well.
Hey, Darren. Ew.
Avatar, you have...
Movie tried hard to be funny with meta shit. TV was on fire for days after it came. Yeah, I remember that.
Managed to thwart me once.
I browse TV. I don't post on there anymore. After 4chan changed the CAPTCHA system, I stopped posting on there. So if you see someone posting like Christina Hendricks on there, that's not me. Now, if you go on tvchan.moe, yeah, I'm posting on there because I can post on there without posting a CAPTCHA.
Again.
Well, actually, I thwarted Batlin, who released the Chaos Banes and tried to become immortal. Now that I think about it, the Guardian
CAPTCHA's age, yeah.
didn't really do anything. What was his plan? Huh.
But now here you are, poised at the edge of eternity. Perhaps you would join me on another world altogether.
Yoink! When David Zaslav was doing his purging shit and they leaked the Scooby-Doo crossover movie that got canceled, wow.
We do have a score to settle.
Whoa, wait. You mean to tell me the Great Earth Serpent, who totally owes me one, has nothing to say about this? This shit goes down right in front of him. Oh, holy shit, what the fuck, Earth Serpent, help me!
Sorry, Avatar. I'd love to help, but,
Based 4chan.
busy. Balance and stuff.
I mean, dude, that's just cold.
The Jew shall not succeed. All right, next video we're going to do is Ultima 8, Pagan. I need to take a piss and grab something to drink, so we're going to play a song. What song should I play? I know. No, not that. The whole chant. You know what? Say what you will, but I can actually post on there and not like, yeah. Yeah, fuck it.
Fucking Brits were watching, they were waiting. I'm not gonna be a Tonga Saw type motherfucker. And if I get beat, I get beat. You know, I'm not going to. But we'll see what happens. They're waiting for me to drop. And I did. Drop like a bitch. I'm about as confident in the ring as a pin with his slapping the wing. I think I'll pay a visit to Jim. Steve said I ain't made for this, but I ain't lifting a weight, so pay big. Pay for it. Said a paycheck I'll make. There's some painkillers in my paycheck. Every time I get a plane, they jealous. Dude, what kind of world is this with you? Little girls can lay out the underage date rapist. You think you'll get away with it? Now let's wear some afraid you get AIDS from it. Yeah, keep an eye out. These ports of grease, racist, make my eyes looking out two different places. Damn, my face is clearly aware what a 5-star base is. Girl, that's what my weight is. If you would think about the way that my face hit the pavement, I was weightless when a race pick comes back like a spade. It's knock the fuck out and repeat and replay it. Shot to the face, drop in my anus, drop harder than the latest. Gun playlist. Shout out to my ladies, my unwanted babies with AIDS. Let's take it back to the 80s. These bitches who hate me may remember to take the shot for the rabies. Okay. Next time that a motherfucker steps to me to give a race pick, a hysterectomy, getting stomped on the curb like a re-release. I won't crack the dope post police. Next time that a motherfucker screams and I'm quivering like a bitch on my goddamn knees. Somebody please. Next time believe I won't crack the dope post police. Yeah, I was assaulted by Griff Fung from the way the consensual Burger King Club for being a public figure. That's why I picked on either that or my bike's got too strong. But the person out there that my pick's done, they got.
It's MC Jarbo, The Police, featuring Cog. Yeah, that's, MC Jarbo, Police, featuring Cog. Please give me Cog. It's, Cog.
Right, I apologize in advance if I start screaming and...
Oh, he changed the background. He's got a Final Fantasy X-2. I actually like X-2 more than 10. Yeah, the story's not as good, but the gameplay is a lot better, and I actually just love it. It's so much fun. Only problem, Lulu should have been in the game instead of Pain. I don't really care for Pain. And also, I love his little escapist little things from, what's his face, Zero Punctuation, little devil things.
Swearing a lot in this review, but Ultima 8 fucking blows. It's one of the most rushed, poorly designed abominations of a so-called RPG to ever blight the planet. The ruination of what was once a great gaming franchise. You know, I don't think I've ever been as disappointed in a sequel as I was with this piece of shit with a... Oh!
Did you say I should play? You can try it out. I played Ultima 7, and I didn't get far into it. It's an old Western RPG. It's a little clunky. You're gonna need a strategy guide, and yeah, it's decent, but it's not for me.
Hey, now that's not fair. God damn it.
That movie was awesome. It was bad, but it was awesome.
I meant the most disappointing game sequel of all time with the... Okay, fine.
Michael, yes, he was great. He was a good villain.
But this game was still god-awful.
No, Lulu in Final Fantasy. Yes, she should have been in there. Lulu with the dress sphere would have sold that game.
Awful, and I mean
I think I did. I said 7's probably the best to start on because the first 6 Ultima games are really clunky. They're old Western RPGs from like the old computer days, like the old Macintosh days. They're not really like user friendly. Giving birth to Waka's Waka-son. Waka Waka.
Bad. Rushed out by Electronic Arts in about 3 months, less than half completed, with almost all of its storyline and game functionality slashed and burned to meet a deadline. The result of all this is a sluggish, virtually non-existent storyline combined with...
I have this game. I have all the Ultima games, but I played this one. This game is... Spoony is right. This game is not good. It's basically an isometric platformer with RPG elements, and it is so fucking clunky. You have to jump over pits, and if you fall, you die instantly and have to start over. It's sad that modern Spoony is turning into Brendan Fraser's The Whale. I'd love to see a Darren Aronofsky movie about Spoony. Pregnant woman to be gallivanting around Spiro. Then she shouldn't have been fucking pregnant. Ah, well.
With almost completely crippled, useless fucking gameplay, and numerous game-breaker bugs. For instance, several maps are incomplete. Several quests are incomplete. Conversations with important characters are incomplete. And there's a romance subplot that's also incomplete. And of course, the platforming. Oh god!
Yeah, the platforming. The platforming in this game is fucking ass. Isometric platforming is almost never good.
God, the platforming. Basically, the way the game was shipped, it was unplayable. But I'll get to that in a minute. Do you have any idea the questions I had to answer when I...
Starring... I'd watch that. She's actually... That's a good choice for her as Lulu. She'd be perfect. Lulu.
I saw this game in the store.
Riku should be Milana Vantrube, the AT&T girl.
Hey, Mom, look! It's the...
Only making up 7% of the population. Albed make up 100% of the machine of crime. Ooh.
New Ultima game! You know, it's like those role-playing games I play all the time. No, Mom. Role-playing games are not satanic. How many times do I have to... Whoa!
That's...
I know it looks bad, what with the... You know, the demonic...
Isometric platformer is the antithesis to anything Yeah. Isometric platformers are not good. I didn't like it in Landstalker. I didn't like it in Ultima 8. It's just clunky and fucking weird.
Pentagram and the hellish flames covering the entire box. But you play a good guy. I'm the Avatar, you know, with the compassion and goodness and virtue and justice and performing blood sacrifices to summon the devil from hell so I can absorb his demonic powers, plunging the world into a fiery cataclysm. And Mom, where are you going? Mom!
Alundra is Landstalker done right. I saw that game. It looks really good.
Wait, you can't be in here like this? Mom!
Almost there. We gotta reach it.
It's just a game. I'm not a Satanist. I'm not a Satanist, I swear! Mom!
He's gonna say the thing.
Well, 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 Avatar. You have managed to thwart me once again.
Alright, so after you...
Doesn't have a busted face, so she can't... Oh, fuck you. Kat Dennings is beautiful. She's the most beautiful woman in the world. You never play Alundra? I haven't. is nice Khazar milkers. Yes, she does.
Save all of Britannia by restoring the cosmic serpents of balance, order, and chaos to their rightful place in the ethereal plane, the Guardian takes this opportunity, since you're sort of cosmically
Yoink.
adrift, and abducts you.
We do have a score to settle.
Can't help you, Avatar. Sorry, we're really busy, but good luck with that.
You have been a thorn in my side for far too long, Avatar.
He tells you
The person who voices the Guardian is a really good voice. It's like a really good evil voice. I like it. I like hearing him talk. It's cool.
he's exiling you to a world he's already conquered into his dominion called Pagan, where there's no hope of escape and nobody's even
It was
heard
pure mid-90s anime RPG game. It's the Star of David, Joey. Oh my god.
of the Avatar.
I banish you to the world of Pagan.
Bye. Bye, Felicia.
No one here knows of thee.
Alundra is one of your favorite games for the PlayStation 1. Oh, wow.
Avatar.
Yeah, that's new. Nobody's heard of me. You know what? I'm still not over this. This fucking Peckerwood still pisses me off. How do you not know the goddamn Avatar? I ask. I mean, really. So the Guardian drops your ass in the ocean and promises to keep you updated as he conquers Britannia now that you're out of the way. Although all that really means is he repeats the same...
Mr. Vids needs to finish his run. Oh, yeah, Mr. Vids played that game. I saw him play it, yeah. I'll have to try it out. It looks good. Yes, he does.
3 or 4 lines through the entire
How did I forget Mr. Vids played that fucking game? Yeah, I know what you're getting at now.
game about how Britannia's burning. It's tedious.
At this very moment, Britannia burns.
A Star of David?
Britannia burns. Hark, is that the sweet song of lamentation I hear? At this very moment, Britannia burns. Hark, is that the sweet song of
Please stop. Pagan Min did nothing wrong.
lamentation I hear?
Anyway, some fisherman named Devin hauls you out of the water in his net, and, you know, already I got big problems with this game. Just look at the Avatar. I mean, what happened?
This looks like a Game Boy Advance game. You guys remember when, like, Game Boy Advance games would try to have 3D, but their characters would have those weird outlines? This looks like you could play it on a Game Boy Advance in Far Cry 4.
He's dressed like a fucking clown all of a
Especially, like, the Avatar animation. He looks like a fucking Game Boy Advance character.
sudden with some retarded bucket on his head. He doesn't look anything like he did at the end of Serpent Isle at all, and when you open your inventory, everything's gone. I mean, everything? Every single thing he had. The magic armor, the rings, the earrings, all that stuff that was literally belted on him, all the super magic serpent artifacts that made me unto a god, and now they're just gone. So I start thinking, well, maybe he was sinking in the water and he took...
He was a good antagonist. I need to play Far Cry. I've only played Far Cry for the Wii, Blood Dragon, and I think a little bit of, like, Far Cry 5, I think? Goy Baker Rolls. I need to play more of them. They're fun game. I love Blood Dragon. That was a good game.
all of it off to keep from drowning, right? But no! Look at this! He looks this way when the Guardian dumps his ass on Pagan. So what? Did the Guardian, like, take his big fucking hand and completely undress the Avatar all by himself, and then throw him this completely ridiculous
He used his magic to teleport his clothes off. Duh.
set of clothes? Like,
Good luck on Pagan dress like this,
2, 3, Blood Dragon, and 4.
shithead.
I remember the one for the Wii was really clunky. It was an early Wii game, and you had to use, like, a lot of motion controls, and it was, like, awful.
Oh, man. Oh, you look like such an asshole. Woo.
you don't even get to pick your character's
2 is good, but it's a bit rough around the edges.
gender or appearance anymore. You're just stuck with this blonde doofus dude. But it's just as well, because your character spends this entire time as this blank slate with a bucket on his head. Because there's no
2 is the best.
role-playing here. You don't have any choices or moral imperative anymore, and there's basically no story to speak of. Well, alright, you want to know what the story is? You wash up on shore, and Devin tells you to go talk to a sage about how to get off Pagan.
Well done, mortal. The item of Blackrock.
When playing Far Cry 4, Joey, the canon is just eating your crab rangoon and waiting for Pagan Men to come back. Like a good... I'm gonna assume that's not how you do it.
Which you now possess is the first key to
I do like crab rangoon, though. That shit's good.
unlocking tremendous power within yourself.
Oh yeah, the 20
Weapon
25
degradation
bucks I spent on
slowed
that
the game.
Ultima speech pack. Money well spent. The sage tells you the only way off is to kill the 4 titans of the
That's the canon ending. Yes, that is the canon ending. Holy shit, alright.
who rule Pagan and
Fuck the
absorb
golden
their powers
path.
to become a titan yourself. Basically a god of all
Chillax and eat my crab rangoons. Alright.
4 elements.
Beyond earth, water, air, and fire, there is another element. A 5th element.
That's a good movie. Y'all ever watch The Fifth Element? That's a real good movie.
The 5th element? No!
Oh. Drug Lord, Anita Sarkeesian, and Mud Noble Savage Larper are shit choices. Anita Sarkeesian as a drug lord?
Lilu Dallas Multipass.
And that's seriously
Multipass.
it. You go to a rock level, a fire level, a water level, and a wind level. You get an artifact in each one that allows you to kill the titan.
Gee, an epic RPG where you have to deal with 4 elements. Never seen that before. Holds up Final Fantasy 1.
And then you build the Black Rock Gate and win. And, while that might sound interesting, like, oh, we're exploring cool, weird, alien environments.
They were so proud of one of the characters was based on Anita. Was she really based on Anita? Did she have those nice dick-sucking lips?
Yeah, believe
She has, say what you will about Anita, she has some nice lips. They're really pretty.
me, it's not. Because every goddamn level
She looks like Blossom with DLCs.
looks the exact fucking same.
DSLs, and the earrings.
Dark, gray, monochrome caves. Everywhere you go, it's a gray cave. Or a gray
DSLs, thank you.
tunnel, gray caves, gray
Why is it so shaky? What the fuck? Is Pagan built on a fucking fault? Why is everything shaking?
halls. Every fucking thing in this game is gray. Half the time, I doubt you'd even be able to tell if you're indoors or outdoors. I mean, can you guess what element this place is? It's fire.
They got Michael J. Fox do the camera work. Oh, God. Doc, I can't hold this camera. In the Far Cry wiki, Joey, some Twitter retard congratulated her for a positive influence based on a vandalized article. Oh, gay.
Yeah, obviously, right? What about this one? Can you guess? Wind. It's just also featureless and gray and boring and gray and there's no landmarks or points of reference and everywhere looks the same no matter where you are. And it doesn't help that 90% of the fucking enemies in this game are zombies and ghosts no matter where you go. There's nothing...
This really does. Like, I'm sorry to say this again. This really does look like a Game Boy Advance game. Like, I'm at you... the character models look like Game Boy Advance characters, and they move like Game Boy Advance characters. This looks like a, RPG game for the Game Boy Advance with, like, the shitty, like, character models and
It
stuff.
distinguishes one place from another in this fucking game because there's nothing but...
For introducing a fucking feminist drug lord and child labor master.
gray and zombies. Oh, well.
It's almost like a backhanded compliment. It's poetic.
Okay.
Game journals actually fell for it and deleted their articles. Oops.
Sorry, I forgot about the
Game journalists are less than dirt.
mushrooms. Pagan is full of
You say you hate journalists, but you don't hate them enough.
giant fucking mushrooms. I guess because there's never any sunlight on Pagan.
Rip Bozo. Yeah, you know what's funny? Gavin McInnes created Vice. In fact, Gavin McInnes was the guy that created the hipster movement back in the 2010s. That was Gavin McInnes.
Or something.
And that still blows my mind when I think about it. Like, yeah, that fucking old conservative guy that shoved shit up his ass to protest Islam, that was the guy that created the hipster movement and created the Vice magazine.
There are trees as well, so hell if I know. This place should be called the Mushroom Kingdom instead of Pagan.
Early 2000s, Joey. They were also in the late 2000s as well, in early 2010s. Gavin McInnes.
I think all the mushrooms are mainly so they can justify having these frigging fucking red mushrooms everywhere.
I remember a lot of early episodes of Two Broke Girls. Half their jokes were either at, like, the little Asian guy that worked with them, or hipsters that lived in Brooklyn. Which was a problem. Those fuckers over there driving up the fucking rent. Fuck them. He changed after getting married and having kids. Having kids will do that. My brother used to be a really hardcore liberal. He was like a big Young Turks fan. And then after having kids, he's now making fun of trannies on the internet and talking about woke shit. And sharing fucking a bunch of like conservative pieces with me. I'm like, okay. I hated hipsters before it was cool.
Loading a fireball whenever you step on them because
Yeah, having children will change you.
you know, in a game with awful, barely working controls, why not fill your dungeons with lethal mushroom minefields? You will jump into these fucking things.
That is annoying. And driving them to become troons is a moral choice. I love how 90% of these fucking groups that were like a thing in the 2000s and late 2000s and early 2010s, bronies, hipsters, all those things, they just ended up being troons.
So many goddamn times, and trying to avoid them would be bullshit even if the controls weren't absolute
Yeah, that's fucking annoying. That is real fucking annoying.
garbage, which they are. Oh, but that's not even close.
Ex-wife's cousin was a hipster, also deep in the closet as his father was a Chester.
Close to being the worst of it. You know what blows you up even more than the fucking mushrooms? The treasure chest.
Oh man, that's fucking bullshit.
Every shit-sucking treasure chest in this game is apparently trapped with
Got a brony mass murders. Yeah, true.
a fucking hand grenade or something, because every fucking one of them explodes and fucking kills you whenever you fucking open one.
That is bullshit. That is fucking bullshit.
I mean, who does this? The guards in the city trap their own chests with bombs? Okay, I'll give you that one, but I could go to a farmer's house, and apparently he traps his chest with a fucking claymore too. Do they just sit?
It's like that stick death video I showed you guys. Remember that stick death video I showed you? Where it was fucking car safety. It was like anti-car theft videos. We have brony murder. Yes, Randy Stair, who murdered a bunch of people, was a brony. There was also another guy that murdered like people at his job who was a brony.
Exploding fucking treasure chests at the
Chester's brother almost raped my ex-sister-in-law when she was 13. Holy fuck.
general store.
Dude, I'd fucking cave his head in. Seriously, I'd fucking cave his head. I'd take a hammer and smash his skull in. That's fucked up.
And everyone's got one. Wouldn't you want one that doesn't burn your fucking house down when it goes off? Oh, but get a load of this. Even if you've got the mother-humping key, the chest still explodes. What kind of sense does that make? I mean, this blows my mind. How is anyone supposed to open these fucking things? Fuck! You know, it'd really be great if this game allowed you to, I don't know, create a character that might have the ability to disarm traps on his own. Just like, what game?
It's illegal to kill. It's legal to kill pedos in Russia, even if they are your best friends or close relatives, with your own hands. Based. King of Fighters turned 30 next year. Nice. Was married to ex-mother-in-law, sainted sister, so he took her. Wow, that's fucked up. That is horrible. People like that should be fed into a wood chipper and fed to dogs.
Every other Ultima game before this? Like, imagine if this happened in The Legend of Zelda, where
Well,
every
damn.
fucking chest just detonated when you touched them. Like, even the one in your house, just BAM! Fuck you! And when you're playing Ultima 8, you don't
I like how you can still see that Link got the fucking lantern in the footage.
know that every single chest explodes. You keep thinking, like,
Or scum. Yeah.
you're just unlucky, or, like, they can't all be trapped, right?
Why even bother going after treasure chests if they just kill you in one hit? You're better off skipping them. Fuck off. Eat a dick. Kiss my ass. Fuck you. Bitch. This one? Nope. That is so infuriating. Fuck that. Damn!
Oh, and by the way, having a maxed out dexterity doesn't matter. The only way to get into a chest safely is to cast a destroy trap spell from a scroll. And even
Perception checking or inspection mechanic wasn't in Richard Garriott's mind when he made this game. Not a lot of things were. Again, the platforming
makes
is
the chest
ass.
explode. But you know what the sickest thing is? The sickest thing of all this? There's almost never anything good in any of the chests. The reward is never
Trapped and fucking empty.
worth the risk. All the best shit in this game is either lying right out in the open or on dead bodies. But we gotta do it, right? You gotta open treasure chests. We're like hardwired to get loot. And also, you need to do it anyway because you need all the coins you can get because all the fucking magic spells in this game cost an arm and a leg. So you gotta rob everybody in this
Background music sounds like Crash Bandicoot music.
game blind to get it. Oh, and if anyone ever sees you stealing or even moving something that doesn't belong to you, this asshole appears.
Realize there's a character in Gumball that sounds exactly like Spoony. Wow. There's a character in what was it called? Normal show, regular show? The show with the bird and the raccoon that are friends, who's based off what was it? Billy Mitchell.
And makes you explode.
I wonder if the British con man Chris Roberts was... You know what? He worked for Origin. He probably was. Do you know that Chris Roberts worked on fucking, Chris Roberts worked on the, fucking Wing Commander movie, and it was fucking ass. How do you fuck up a movie based off the game you made? You were close to... Oh, my God. I actually tried to sue Cartoon Network. Yeah, he tries to sue everyone. He sucks. Billy Mitchell sucks. Also, he's a cheater, pumpkin eater. 15 years of fapping the women in chainmail bikinis fried Richard Garriott's mind. Oh. Chad, Spaceman Lord British versus Galactic Conman Chris Roberts. Hope you enjoy paying for your JPEGs. His fucking game will never come out.
Fucking Looney Tunes, I mean, Jesus Christ. He blows your ass up for the most minor offenses. It's fucking nuts. Oh, but apparently I can go murdering city guards with absolutely no repercussions. Figure that one out.
You violated the law. Pay a court of fines or spend your time in jail.
But I suppose I'm getting ahead of myself. I've got to go back to the beach. The gray beach where you start, because I have to explain how not Ultima this game is. For instance, there's no character portraits of any kind anymore. All the dialogue is in this weird, blocky, digital font, which just doesn't belong. Also, we don't have...
Hope you're gonna get empty play Starfield when it comes out. And the star shit is in. Oh, Starfield? That's gonna be a bugged fucking game. When that game comes out, it'll be fucking Cyberpunk, the Grand Theft Auto remakes. It'll be that. It'll be bugged and glitched to shit. It'll be hilarious. I'll post a clip in the comment and you'll be shocked at how close they sound. All right.
Anymore, which I suppose I get because we're in a new world and nobody knows.
Richard Russell, do you have Discord? I have a Discord channel. If you follow me on Discord, you can actually see when I stream better because YouTube doesn't like advertising my streams or saying that they're live. So if you follow me, you can get that. You can get updates to when I stream. You can get updates to what I'm going to stream and anything else. Oh, all right.
But it's just out of place considering we haven't gone alone since...
Well, if you ever use Discord, just let me know and I'll give you a Discord link and you can go follow me.
You just can't interact with the world nearly as much as you could in Ultima 7. Remember when...
I don't use social media other than YouTube except for Facebook. Ah, yeah, you're a boomer. Boomers love that Facebook.
You could bake bread and forge swords if you really wanted to. Well,
hates links in the comment section.
And armor are also far more limited. We only have one-handed weapons. There's no polearms, no ranged weapons of any kind.
Adam in GeoCities? I'm 52. Are you surprised? No. No, I'm not surprised.
No bows, no guns.
Wow, you're 20... You're about 19 years older than me. Wow.
Unless you count Molotov cocktails and some things you find called death.
Solely for the marketplace. I'm almost a boomer, so you have no excuse.
Discs, which are so inconvenient you'll never use them anyway. There's no lockpicks, and for a game that essentially requires you to steal from everybody, you'd think that would be a given.
This is music from DuckTales. This is a remake from DuckTales. This is, I think it's, the first level. The, Amazon level. You have to get all those coins. Not even 30. Oh, you're a youngin'. You're a youngin'. You're a little boy. Little boy.
And the game is so easily exploited to max out your stats, it's hilarious. Hell, the strategy guide flat out tells you to do it, not that you really need it.
Fucking hate Facebook. Even I have to use it for typical family gathering, business related shit. I used to have a Facebook, but I fucking deleted my Facebook account. You know, DuckTales 2 is really good. I like the first one, but 2 is really good. 2 is underrated. That's a good game.
The strategy guide to figure this stuff out, I did in about 2 minutes. Just draw your weapon and left-click to swing, and keep on left-clicking for a half an hour. For extra fun, just beat the shit out of Devin for a while. See, he's a plot-critical NPC, so...
Just beat the fuck out of your friend. This is like Final Fantasy 2 or Quest 64, where the developers think they're being smart with their leveling up system. Do a repetitive activity and you'll level it up. Like, I can see how that sounds good on paper, but it never fucking works. Have any of you guys ever played Quest 64? That game is so fucking awful. Oh my god. Leveling up in that game is a fucking chore. It's like pulling your own teeth.
So he never dies, and he never even fights back.
You want to level up your speed? Walk around in a circle. Tie a fucking rubber band to your fucking N64 controller. Just run around in a circle. You want to level up magic? Use magic. You want to level... Yeah.
He never even really gets mad.
I didn't play a lot of Oblivion. I played Oblivion. I played the Xbox version when it came out, but I never played a lot of it.
Because your
I just
attacks go up as
didn't
long
get
as you're attacking something. And it doesn't matter what it is. Even if you're attacking nothing at all. I can max out my whole character within 30 minutes of booting up. Then you want to max out intelligence? Just cast a spell over and over again, and when you're out of mana, rest for an hour, and then keep casting it until you're maxed out, which will take about 10 minutes. Game's broken?
Wow.
Well, at least you'd think so, right? Check this out. Even with a maxed out strength of 25, look at how long it takes to drop one zombie.
Punch mud crabs to level up unarmed and it'll go fast. Bro's humping himself.
Can you believe that? And I have a magic weapon equipped. Imagine if I didn't max out my stats, how long that'd take. Common city guards? Forget about that. 20, maybe 30 hits.
Get on my level, early 2000s RuneScape grinding. I had a RuneScape account, but I didn't play a lot of it. I just don't have the patience for MMORPGs. Like, I love my games to have an ending. I'll play an RPG, I'll play a fucking Monster Hunter game, but they have to have an ending. I need to be like, alright, I'm done. I didn't get 100%, but I'm done. And I can put this in the pile, play something else, and maybe I'll play it again. Like, you gotta have an ending.
It's just unbelievable. And I didn't even mention the one repetitive overhead smash attack you have. It's looks stupid. The Avatar
2000s RuneScape is paused. Everything's paused now. Remember when RuneScape had like a gay pride event and people were fucking with it? You can tell the common people are getting sick of this shit. They're getting tired of it. Look at fucking Bud Light with the fucking, like, that fucking weird tranny. We're getting sick of it. Everyone's getting sick of it. The common people are getting just fucking tired of it. They're sick of it. And this shit is gonna blow up in their faces, and it's gonna be bad.
belts a fucker over the head over and over like Homie D. Clown.
In Living Color, that was a good show. I used to watch that show a lot. In Living Color is fucking funny. TTD, let's go!
And that's for your dumbass dad.
Homie, don't play that.
Just no complexity or strategy to the combat in this game at all. It's just walking up to dudes and click until they die. Just clicking over and over again. I'd call it similar to Diablo, but that'd be an insult because there's actually...
Diablo's good, though. I really like Diablo. Diablo 1, Diablo 2, I played the fuck out of those games. Those are good. I even got the Xbox One version of Diablo just because I really love Diablo 2. And I was like, I want to play single player. You have to have an online account. I want to play single player. I don't want an online account. I just want to play the fucking game. I don't want to play with people. No, you got to have an online account.
Maneuvering and
Token white girl married the token Asian guy on in Living Color. I only have played Diablo 3. I've never played Diablo 3. The 1994 game, Spoony. You got to take account on the tech. Yeah. I played Diablo 1. I played Diablo 2. And I played the PlayStation port of Diablo 1. That was weird.
Tactics in Diablo. I kind of feel bad about complaining about the combat in Ultima 7 now. I mean, sure, it was pretty uninvolving, but at least there was still strategy in preparing for combat. There was party management there, it wasn't just clicking. Although, if you don't really feel like fighting, most of the time you can just run away and they don't even bother to chase you. After all, almost all the enemies in this game are zombies. They're not gonna catch you. Alright, well, I've been kind of dancing...
I don't know, it depends on what type of zombies you have. If you have, like, 28 Days Later zombies or Nightmare City, they'll fucking chase your ass.
Around the issue because I didn't want to start off this review by going completely apeshit, but here's the thing. I originally bought Ultima 8 on floppy disk, not this. And if you have no idea what in the hell floppy disks are, you probably weren't even alive back when we used them, but...
I remember floppy disk. I remember when floppy disk were actually floppy. My mom had a Commodore 64 that used floppy disk. I Am Legends, yeah, they're fast too. My mom had a Commodore 64 floppy disk. I remember playing Ghostbusters on it. Ghostbusters! Yeah! Yeah, I remember when floppy disks were floppy. I had a Hot Wheels game where you designed a Hot Wheel and you drove it around town. I had a game where you played as like a basketball and you had to fight another basketball. It was weird. It was a basketball game, but there were no basketball players. It was just the balls fighting each other. It was weird. There's a bunch of other games too that I remember playing on the Commodore. It was pretty cool.
Back in the dark ages, before the internets, people used to store data on things that looked like this.
Yeah, I remember playing fucking... Oh, I had a few games on floppy disk. I had a fucking Taco Bell game. It came in a purple floppy disk, and it was basically a Doom clone where you ran around fighting like... You were like fighting in an ancient Mayan temple, and you were collecting like gorditas and like chalupas and shit. It was fucking bizarre. Another floppy disk game I had was Doom, obviously, Wolfenstein, and like a few other games. It was pretty cool. I loved old computer games like this, because I played a lot of them.
You could cram upwards of 1.44 megabytes up on this sweet baby. This was still around the time we were figuring out lasers and optical media. Anyway, the floppy disk version kind of had a little, problem? The problem being it was kinda, sorta, completely, absolutely fucking unplayable. I mean, hopelessly broken on a fundamental design level. And it's because Ultima 8 has the absolute worst jumping controls I've ever seen. Yes, I repeat, jumping.
Platforming in an Ultima game sounds fucking weird. I never got to play any game on them, though. Oh, that sucks.
For some insane, bewildering reason, they decided to make platforming a major focus of their new dark adult
My mom was... I remember that RuneScape parade, Lamau. My brother played RuneScape during that time and showed me the Pride event. It got trolled by a bunch of people cosplaying as KKK members. That is fucking great.
Oriented role-playing game. Who in the hell thought Ultima needed this? You know, I've reviewed a shitload of Ultima games, but I don't think I ever complained, you know what this game really needed? Platforming over instant death pits and lots of it.
That's so... Oh, that video's done. Alright, this is Ultima Part 2. I'm gonna grab another drink. I was one of those... Oh, nice. Good on you, Chad. World's Best Dad. I got permabanned. There should be streams of that unless DTube took them down. You know, I'll have to look them up because that sounds funny as fuck.
And it sucks. Oh, it sucks in so many ways. Like, just being able to jump up on a ledge directly in front of you, okay? You have to be in just the right position, facing the perfect angle to the wall, 1 degree left or right, and you just hop up and down in place like a fucking idiot. But
That sounds annoying.
that is so small potatoes compared to the floating rocks in the fucking water. These fucking rocks. You come across the first set of rocks about 20 minutes into the game, and I guarantee you, this is where you will smash the keyboard after about 15 minutes of trying to cross this fucking lake and failing about 1,000 times. Oh, and you will fail.
That is bullshit. He could have climbed up there. He didn't hit the water. What is that water made of? Fuck. Is that water the same water from Metal Gear Solid 2 that just sucks you in? Eat a dick.
See, you jump by clicking both mouse buttons at the same time, but there's no way to really target where you're jumping to, because you only ever jump straight ahead. And I know that seems obvious, but it can be a real...
You could be half right if you think Lord Britty was trying to make an adventure game.
No fucking problem in Ultima 8 with its camera angle, because if you're even slightly off
Bullshit.
Slightly off center, you fall in the water and die instantly. Not only do you have to angle yourself precisely for every single jump, the isometric perspective here makes it impossible to judge... Ah, damn it! The isometric perspective makes it impossible to judge distance and your angle. There's no way to tell if you're lined up with a distant... Asshole! Fuck you! What am I doing wrong? He keeps overshooting the fucking cocksucker! Why are the rocks so fucking tiny anyway? Who put these things here? I mean, sometimes you'll be right... Oh, bullshit!
You know, that's a cool sea creature that comes up. Yeah, it looks really cool.
No, fuck you! Fuck! Oh, what is that? Fuck! Don't you just love it? The Avatar can't swim at all? I mean, at fucking all? The guy's completely helpless the instant he gets in more than ankle deep in the water.
He's like a Ninja Turtle from the NES game. Come on, Spoony. Lord British and Origins are shitting out Ultima game after Ultima game to get money for Ultima Online. Flashbacks of Jump King. Sacrifices had to be made, like QA testing.
Drowns instantly. No, there's a spell that lets you walk on fucking lava, but not one that keeps you safe from the enemy deadlier than grass. A fucking pool. Oh, fuck your balls. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck this. This game really, this game really is fucking annoying.
Dude, I think the actual reason he drowns instantly is because there's a monster in the water at all times, in every part of the water, waiting to drag you under the instant you fall in. I mean, this fucker is everywhere. Even this guy's pool in his house, which is floating in outer space. Just literally following you around and waiting to devour your ass.
That is a cool looking fish, though. He looks like a big barracuda.
One might raise the perfectly logical question why it didn't eat you the moment you dropped in the water at the beginning of the game, and that usually leads
Pagans, Joey, it's why you need a paladin to smite them in this game.
to another perfectly logical question. Why am I still playing this piece of fuck? The only way you could have beaten this game back then was to literally save on every single rock after every single jump.
Oh, fuck that. That sounds so tedious.
There are dozens of these areas. And get
nice
this,
try, Terry
later on,
Bogard
the rocks
poster.
rise and sink. And after that, they move side to side. Fuck's sake, I can't believe that. Oh, you have to tippy-toe backwards on the rock before you leap forward. God, that's how picky this fucking platforming is. Half a step off and instant death. God, it's about fucking... What? No! No!
Get fucked. What year? This game was... I think this game came out in 1994, but this review was like 2011. And I'm going to skip this.
So disastrously bad, they had to release a patch, but remember, this was before the internet was in common usage. Now a patch is no big deal, but back then this was a huge hassle. The first challenge being even aware there was a patch available in the first place.
This is kind of sad in hindsight. Okay, so this is almost a 30-year-old game. Needs his meds. Yeah, me too.
I don't even remember how I got the patch now. I probably had to dial up a BBS, and I bet half of you don't even know what a BBS is.
I know what one is.
Later on, patched versions became available on CD, and almost every version you can find now is patched to fix the platforming. Basically what it did was allow you to target jumps on exact locations with your mouse cursor, which...
I do not.
Makes it
That's
easier,
old
I
internet.
guess, but...
Old internet.
It's really clear the platforming was intended to be a major focus of the gameplay. They were really proud of this, because there's so many of these areas. So the patch makes a significant...
I think 1994 was one of the shittiest years for Origin systems.
Portion of the game, completely pointless busy work. You still want to save before making any jumps, though, because even with the patch, the jumping is sometimes off target.
Oop.
Anyway, again, most of the game is spent learning all the different kinds
System Shock was also out, and sadly it was a hidden gem. That was a good
of
game.
magic, which works differently on Pagan. But this also has its own share of problems, because even patched, the magic system is glitched like crazy. But let's start with the fact you have to collect and organize reagents for 4 different schools of magic, which all have their own unique method of preparing spells. As if the inventory wasn't cluttered enough with this tiny little backpack, now you gotta organize thousands of magic ingredients into separate bags, also you remember where they...
Bullshit. That is fucking bullshit. I get what they're doing, but fuck you.
They are, along with all your money, your potions, your weapons, your armor, your spellbooks, your wands, your keys, your scrolls, your gemstones, and your quest items.
System Shock Remake. Ooh, nice. I can't wait to play that.
All in this little fucking backpack.
I'm gonna fuck up Shodan again.
You can kiss my ass. Fucking with the inventory in this little backpack.
I also want to play the Dead Space remake too. Since I have a system that can play it, I might as well.
Backpack for 3 straight games really puts my balls in a salad shooter. Would it really have been such a big deal to just have a convenient, easy-to-read and organize inventory screen? You spend so much wasted time in this game digging through your bag whenever you want to do something for a magic tchotchke, stacking shit around, pulling one thing out of the stack, putting that in its own bag, waving a magic wand over it.
They learned from Ultima Underworld Ascendant.
Again and again. Hey, I got an idea. What if we just had our spells arranged in a nice, neat book we could just open and click on the spell we want for quick reference? You know, like Ultima 7? That was easy, right? Here there's no dynamic flow to combat at all. No way to quickly cast spells because you have to have everything prepared way ahead of time. And when
I mean, I guess they want to do it like an actual witchcraft, but fuck your immersion, dude. Sometimes, like, gaming shouldn't be like real life. If I want to cast a spell in gaming, I should just click a button, learn a few words, and be like, boom. It shouldn't be like real life where I have to, like, make a magic circle and sacrifice a baby. Fuck your immersion.
you want to cast it, you gotta...
Early access and game reviewers not giving a shit after 1-2 years of updates actually making the game playable. Masked Man, what's up? You've been on the Shin Megami Tensei marathon. Nice.
Stop the game, open up your inventory,
Shin Megami Tensei. I voted for him for mayor after Hurricane Katrina.
find the enchanted widget, and double-click on it. Not only that, most of the spells are glitched and never run out of charges, so you can cast stuff dozens of times, like having a shield up, making you effectively immortal as you nuke everything around you. Anyway, the first thing you have to do in this game is master necromancy by apprenticing yourself to a dark wizard who raises the dead to serve him, and you're forced to commit several murders at his command. That is, when he's not forcing you to do his bitch work by collecting wood for him or finding shit in the catacombs. The catacombs, which are, of course, a huge gray maze full of
Play the PS2 Devil Summoner games next. Sorely underrated. Ooh.
zombies.
If I pull that off, will you die? It would be extremely painful.
And you have to do this. I mean, you have to learn the black magic.
I remember Josh Moon doing an impression of Tom Hardy as fucking Bane, and it was fucking awful. It was really actually cringe. Do you feel in charge? It's like, no, that's not how you do it, Josh. Let me show you how you do the Tom Hardy Bane voice. Do you feel in charge? You're basically doing a Sean Connery. Kind of a Sean Connery mixed with like a Hispanic accent. You can't do it, Josh. You can't do it. Do you feel in charge? King Abaddon is even better.
Escape, and you have to do all this evil bullshit!
Bullshit!
Fuck this, I quit. I'm gonna buy a house here in Pagan. It's not that bad here. I like the mushrooms, it's far away from the water. But hey! What the fuck? These kids are attacking.
He's getting beaten up by kids.
What the hell did I do?
Fuck them up. Beat them
Away from
kids.
me, you little bastards.
The Avatar said, fuck them kids. God, the SMT games and spin-offs are fucking scattered to every goddamn platform. I've been playing Soul Hackers on my 3DS. It's pretty fun. I like that game.
Oh, you want some? Yeah. Oh, you want some too?
Fucking fatless port and remaster your old games, damn it. I wish more game developers would do. I want to, I want to play the Xbox port of Silent Scope on my PS4 or PS5. I want to play fucking Snatcher on my fucking Switch. Yeah. Persona are the best Atlas games. The PS2 Digital Devil Saga games are like Nocturne, only with no demon fusion shit.
Yeah. Bash your fucking brains out.
I just want to play. I want to stream Silent Scope. That game's so good. And snipe some fucking people.
Yeah, that's what you get.
We could play the. I think it's Megadeth. I am a sniper.
Fucking kids. Oh, what? Now, hey, come on. You saw that, right? I didn't start shit. I was just defending myself from those little Hey, now look, I'm the goddamn Avatar, and I had no other choice, alright? It was like 6 little bastards coming at me like... I could have been really badly hurt, alright? What was I supposed...
Man, them kids, man, don't remind me about Persona or fucking Bugman actually got a fucking sequel for Persona 5, but in gacha form.
To do!
Gacha. Avatar literally said, fuck them kids. First 3 Persona games need not even remakes, remasters. I know people are like, oh, I'm tired of video game remasters. I'm tired of video game remakes. Not me. I honestly think game preservation is a big thing for me, and I think, if you're not going to make those games available, just make remasters of them. If a game's I bought the Bill and Ted fucking game compilation just because I want to support that shit, and I'm gonna buy the Jurassic Park ones too. Fuck it. There's enough good there, yeah. Full version. I sound like fucking. What's that fucking? No matter how shit the game is, respect physical meat. Yes, that's me. I bought the Bill and Ted collection. The Game Boy game is good. The Bill and Ted Game Boy game is a lot of fun. The NES game's a piece of shit, but the Game Boy game's good. I'm gonna buy the Jurassic Park one too. Fuck it. At least with the Jurassic Park games, they're actually not that bad. The second Super Nintendo game's really good. And the first Super Nintendo game's pretty good. It just didn't have save feature, which this version will have save feature. He said fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. Murdering small children with a battle axe and searching for their bodies for loot. Priceless. At Richard Garriott. Yeah, Persona games do have a good soundtrack, Richard.
After mastering necromancy, you then have to master wind magic called theurgy. First they tell you to climb a gray mountain, and then they send you under their gray monastery to mine silver in their gray caves. And for some insane reason, the chamber holding all the silver, which I remind you is necessary for the theurgists to construct their spells, is full of hideously lethal traps, enormous goddamn spiders, and zombies. Once you get the silver, you take it...
Spoony, stop being an avatar. You never watched The Brood. You can never be too sure. Persona 1 and 2 have amazing OTSDs. Ooh.
To a blacksmith who turns it into your magic items. And wait, what in the fuck is he doing with his hand? That's disgusting! Sir!
You must be watching too many Hannah Minx videos, which we'll be watching at the end of the stream.
I abhor you! Oh my god! After that, you have to see the water titan who lives in, you guessed it, a gray cave. She promises to teach you magic if you release her into the world, which, like a dumbass, you do. Only for her to turn around and screw you.
Soldier Blade, that's a good game. Soldier Blade's good shit. I love shmups.
By announcing she's...
In the future, I will be doing Ikaruga as well, because that is a fucking good game. Good night, Richard. I'll be streaming probably tomorrow. It'll probably either be Magician's Lord or something else. Pretty good in making fucked up shit. David Cronenberg's fucking awesome.
Destroy the world with storms.
Yeah, I'll be doing Magician's Lord tomorrow.
Foolish one for your actions. Consider my gift of your wretched life as payment for your part. Now I will have my vengeance upon your pathetic kind. I'll enslave the descendants
Later,
of my
Rich.
jailer. Let us see you can reach...
That looks like the boss of the water temple in Zelda. Anyone ever play Legend of Zelda? Good night, Richard. Yeah, sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Anyone ever play Zelda Ocarina of Time? And you get to stay in school, kids. Bang-a-lang. You get to the part where you're in the water temple and you have to fight the water temple boss, who's literally just a ball that makes all the water turn into tentacles. That looks like the boss of the water temple in Zelda.
Yeah, oops. And by the way, even though Hydros just directly threatened Devon, she never follows up on it because that plotline was cut since the game was rushed out the door. And finally you learn sorcery, the demonic fire magic taught by the fire titan.
I think I recall they released a voice pack for voice acting after the launch. Yeah.
Pyros. To do this, you first have to summon a demon to have one of the head sorcerer's apprentices violently murdered and torn to pieces. God, I remember when I used to be a good guy.
Because floppies are allergic to... yeah, well, floppies could only hold so much. Like, I think Doom was on like 4 or 5 floppies.
Those were fun times. After that, you have to become the guy's new apprentice and help him summon the frigging devil by chanting around a pentagram. During the summoning, you learn that the master can control Pyros with a magic rock.
I kind of like the idea of this game. Like the Avatar having to do all this evil shit and basically flip-flopping on his fucking morals just to save himself and the world. I kind of like that, but this game does it in such an ass-backward way.
That holds his essence called the Tongue of Flame. So you have to kill the Master now and take it. But unfortunately the Master lives in a place called the Obsidian Fortress, which you'd think would be black, but instead it's a gray cavern. Again.
I wonder if there could have been an advancement in floppy disk tech. Maybe. You never know.
Also meet Arcadian here, who some of you might remember as the demon in...
I mean, I can hold a terabyte of memory on a fucking SD card, so, you know, never know.
...inside the Black Sword from previous games, but for some reason... plot hole! He doesn't remember you. Oh, holy shit. Look, the Master just summoned 2 demons.
Play Atari, the ET game on my console. I mean, you can. You can emulate that game really easy.
...to stop me. Oh man, I'm screwed. How will I overcome these impossible odds?
I'm sorry, E.T. for Atari. That game is a shitload of fuck. That game is a shitload of motherfucking bullfuck.
No man could possibly defeat 2 demons. So I guess I'll just run past them in the next room and forget about it. Well, jeez, that was easy. It's almost like this game wasn't play-tested at all.
Oof.
Once you've mastered all the magic on Pagan and you're ready to destroy the Titans, this guy who helps you out named Mithrin gives you a spell to travel back to the ethereal plane to fight them. And he also offers to sell you magic to wreak complete devastation on the entire planet.
Why? Why would you give someone that? That'd be like if I was like a used car salesman, and I was like, hey, you can also buy the fucking nuclear bombs Oppenheimer made. You want to get an Oppenheimer? Look at this, buddy. Boom! Could burn up a Japanese village. E.T. the extra testicle.
Yes, he offers to sell you the Armageddon spell for $1,000.
Imagine, hey, Richard already went to bed.
What in the hell is wrong with this guy that he's willing to sell you a spell that can destroy all life everywhere, including him? What good is $1,000 if nobody's alive to spend it? This makes no sense. So of course I gotta cast it, right? It's like the fucking history eraser button. Some things you just gotta do. So it's Armageddon time. We cast the spell.
He's a used car salesman. I didn't even think about that. You know, that's not a bad business if you're good at it. I was thinking, like, imagine, like, you go to a used car salesman and he sells you fucking, like, a nuclear bomb.
And it's completely lame. Jeez. For an apocalypse, that was pretty weak, right?
Gay.
All that trouble and that was the best they could do? Fuck. Oh my god, the ethereal plane isn't a fucking
It's
gray
blue.
cave. Holy shit! I'm seeing a color other than gray! Oh my god, I'm so happy! Oh, fuck! Even in outer space, everything's a fucking gray cave. Why?
This looks bad.
It's just all so
It really does look like an early Game Boy Advance game.
boring!
Like, this is something they'd be showing you, like, E3 or, like, a Game Power magazine going, fucking Game Boy Advance graphics.
It's just more jumping around on rocks until... Fuck! You jump around until you find the Titan, and after all that work, after playing the whole game that's been building up to these cataclysmic fights with the evil gods of Pagan, you finally confront them in their home domain, and you click a magic rock on them from your inventory and kill them without any...
You just chuck a fucking rock at them. These ancient gods are the elements. The ancient gods are just fucking huck a rock at them.
Any resistance whatsoever. I'm not even kidding. You just go from one cave to another, find the Titan. Bullshit! That was bullshit!
David style.
That was...
This review is longer than ever. It's like 30 minutes. 15 minutes each.
Impossible! What should be an awesome series of boss fights is easily one of the biggest letdowns in gaming history. You're just clicking an item on each one and they die instantly without a fight.
This is not possible.
Okay. Last Ultima game, and here's Spoonies say the thing. I will be doing Ultima 9. Saving Ultima 9 for its own video because it is one of Spoony's longest videos. And honestly, it means a lot to me, Spoony, and honestly, it's a really good video.
Less satisfying than the boss fights in the Zelda CDI games. You know, at least there, you kinda have to maneuver and dodge shit and actually hit the guy.
He said... Spoony literally said, yeah, the Zelda CDI games are better than fucking this.
You're not just clicking on the bad guy. This sucks.
Talking about his tail, the shook. I'll do that in the future.
Once you've clicked the 4 Titans to death, you absorb their power and become the
Betrayed me!
You're
Betrayal!
literally a god now.
Betrayed
you open a
me!
black gate of your own to leave Pagan at last. You step through into a white, misty area, and I'm really not sure what this place is supposed to be, but it's...
That's the area in Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, where you actually meet the gods.
It's cool.
Where you meet the giants, and they go... Grr, 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 grr. And like, hey, he's trying to tell you something. You go to the swamp.
Then you appear in a red, hellish waste, with blasted skies and devastated lands all around. And towering above you is an enormous monument to the Guardian. You're too late. Britannia has fallen. You know, it's...
Funny shit, but I have to point blame at Spoony, TikTok, and the idiots for owning the XCOM, the Burrow.
Funny, because when you play Ultima 9, Britannia never actually looks like that. And in fact, the intro for this game directly contradicts everything you just saw in this ending, because you don't even go back to Britannia like it just showed. And really, this game contradicts every single thing that happened in Ultima 8, and every single Ultima game, like, ever. Alright, I have to explain something to you about this game here. Ultima 9 is the whole reason
You made a studio specializing in first-person shooters. Make a fucking Mass Effect clone.
Started this retrospective because, you know, I realized that I couldn't review 9 without reviewing every single game that came before it, because you really had to take this ride from the beginning.
X-Files in first-person view, Spoony. Why didn't you think of hard about it?
To really understand the
I had the X-Files game for the PlayStation 1. That was not a good game.
heights from which this series fell down to this point. I mean, you really had to see everything to really comprehend what a god-awful piece of
I'd rather play Ultima 9 than Ultima 8.
shit this game really
Ultima
is.
9 is
I tell
alright.
you this now with no hyperbole, with complete fucking honesty. Ultima 9 is, without a doubt in my mind, the biggest betrayal.
Furry monster! Furry! Spin-off game, Spoony. You idiot!
Bad move coming back for seconds, motherfucker. This time I'm ready. Yeah!
He's got a master sword. Man, his poor brother getting beaten over in the shoulder. And his doggy, Oreo.
I'll see you next time for Ultima 9.
Alright, we're not gonna do Ultima 9 because that's gonna be its own video. I have to pee again, and I want to get myself a little more booze. We're gonna do his Runes of Virtue games, but let's play something else. I don't know. Rip Oreo. Rip in peace. Declassified. Ooh, wow. Let's do Frog Steam from Chrono Trigger. Frog's theme's really good. Oh, hi, doggy. All right, let's watch the new Spoony. This is gonna be a new theme song that I'm gonna play. Betrayed. This is a good theme song.
Betrayed me. This game sucks.
I fought in the first console war. I remember it just like it was yesterday.
Look at the Jew Wario hat in the background. Ooh.
We're going through a new one right now between the Xbone and PS4, but let me tell you something. I've never seen anything so bitterly disputed.
And you can see a Ultimate Warrior wrestling toy in the background.
Between armies of fanboys as back then between the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis.
I was a Sega Genesis fanboy back in the day. I had a Sega Genesis, and I was a huge Sega Genesis fan, but I was a huge Sega fanboy back in the day. Big Sonic the Hedgehog fan. Although I love Nintendo and I love the Mario games, I had a Sega Genesis, so I was a Sega fan.
Because nobody had both. You had to pick a side and stand by it. It was brother against brother. People died.
No more brother console wars.
People still argue about this today. We've still got poser critics making...
It's James Rolfe. That's the man that created your career.
...videos about which one's better. Losers. Anyway...
Being a Sega fanboy is pain. At least Sega isn't gonna fucking sue you for making fan games.
Yeah, I picked a...
I had a Snes and Genesis. Ooh, lucky you, King. I had a Genesis as a little kid, but when I was a teenager, I was able to buy a Super Nintendo with my own money, and there was some good shit. I had ActRaiser, Super Star Wars, Doom, Donkey Kong Country games. It was really good.
Side? You want to know what side I was on? Fuck you! That's my side! I'm a PC gamer, motherfuckers!
PC Master Race like Blackbuster Critic.
That's why I'm showing you all this awesome Ultima shit that your dumbasses ain't never played before. Because it just so happens...
I played some Ultima games when I was a kid.
Happens whenever I picked up a console game, it just so happened to be Bayou fucking Bill.
That game's, of course, Donkey Kong 9/11. Bayou Billy's not a bad game, it's just really hard.
Billy, or Heroes of the fucking Lance. Fuck this shit.
HZ Blackbuster, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I used to watch the Blackbuster Critic. Yeah, that guy, he still makes content, but he only makes content when E3 is around, because he's like a dad now. Joey sent Donkey Kong towards the towers.
I hate consoles! That's why I'm so fucking pissed off right now, because now I find out there's a bunch of Ultima games on the Super Nintendo, and I don't want to fucking play them. First, you got Ultima.
Be careful with those games. And I'm the military. Oh, you're in the military? Well, salute.
6, which is basically a straight-up port of the PC game. So if you want to know if it's any good, all you gotta do is think about playing...
And in the military. Ooh.
The PC version, then imagine replacing the mouse and keyboard with a fucking D-pad. It sucks.
No, Blackbuster. Oh, wow. Yeah, he's like a dad now. He has a kid. Had Diddy Kong destroy Building 7. Not me. Yeah, Blackbuster Critic has a kid now. He has a good job. He has a really good job. But he has like a kid now, so he has like responsibilities. So, you know.
No more.
I missed him. I missed him when he was like proto Mr. Medicare making fun of like DeviantArt weirdos. That was great.
Hotkeys, no more clicking and dragging.
And I will be doing, in the future, I will be doing Mr. Medicare's Deviant series, because that shit is fucking funny to me.
Everything is done through the menus, one fucking tap at a time. Oh, it takes forever to do anything in this game. Just looking at this shelf of potions makes me cringe. I gotta go and pick up each and every one of these individually by stepping up next to it and going through the same menu and moving the cursor step
Fuck that.
by step over the icon and picking it up. Do I want this?
And where's brother defending the Wii a lot? Shokyo. The Wii's not a bad system. I still fuck, I have a Wii system and I still play it. I mainly play it for GameCube games. when Jim was less obnoxious.
Do I want this? Do I want this? Do I want this? Do I want this? Do I get to pick where it goes? No! Now I get to shuffle my fucking inventory. Oh, no, correction. Now I get to shuffle about 5 of my companions' inventories with a Super Nintendo controller. This interface adds days to the gameplay.
Fuck that.
And to think I complained about the PC interface before. Jesus Christ. And then there's Ultima 7, and oh man, I was afraid of this one. Remember having the backpacks full of beef jerky and coins and tons of other random crap? My god, even with a mouse, this game was an organizational nightmare. Can you imagine trying to find that one magic ring and all this junk with a Super Nintendo controller? It'd be like trying to wipe your ass with a squeegee. Well, it's not like that at all. Here's the complete opposite interface from Ultima 6.
Actually, with a squeegee, it'd be a little easier.
Here, they basically just dump all of the RPG elements aside from looting the container that's right in front of you. It's certainly not slow anymore. Combat in Ultima 6 was turn-based. Here, it's in real time. You just...
Oh, it's an action RPG. So it's they turned Ultima into a Legend of Zelda clone. That's not bad. I mean, yeah, I can see, like, it'd be a little clunky, but no, like, Ultima 7 as a Legend of Zelda clone, that's not bad.
Sort of run up to what's over there and
bat. Dynamite!
The gremlins, lady! You have fucking gremlins with dynamite in your basement! Oh, that's great. The Avatar, the Slayer of Exodus, is one hit by a gremlin.
Okay, that is bad.
And the Avatar's got this funny little flailing motion when he attacks. He swings like a nerd, I love it.
He's like Simon Belmont, but dorkier.
As you can tell, the game is completely stripped down from the PC version.
So it's basically like a mishmash of Diablo and fucking Zelda. Alright, that works. Fucking nerd!
I guess they figured the only way to translate the game to a console is to trim everything out until all they were left with is a sloppy button-mashy bullshit! Oh, that was bullshit!
Bullshit!
The fuck was that? Oh, great, it's a spider.
You look like you could suck a golf ball out of a garden hose. Yeah, I bet you was, you fucking worm.
There's story in this game since they made it completely linear. There's no exploration or open world. We're just left with this...
Just beating alligators with a rope.
Zelda-ish game with sloppy controls and absolutely no balls. They took out all the blood and gore. You remember that dismembered body? Remember that dude fucking pitchfork to the wall?
Yeah, it's a Nintendo game. Back in the 90s, they didn't do that shit. They made an exception for Mortal Kombat because it cost them sales, but everything else, no.
It's gone. You just hear about it secondhand. You don't even have any companions anymore. They want nothing to do with you. And why would they? This game sucks. The only entertainment I found was in beating sheep to death with my bare hands. Just punch them right in the fucking face.
Just beat up sheep.
Hell, I can whip a horse to death so hard a chicken comes out.
No, not May. Don't beat up May. Goodbye, horses.
Yeah, there's no moral consequences in this game. They took that out for space. Just whip some sheep to death. Who gives a shit?
Bad Avatar. Okay.
Oh, I take it back. It does punish you for being evil. Be good or you get more...
Hey, I may lead a cult to destroy the world, but don't you hurt the animals. That's really fucked up. You know, you have some fucking nerve about that, Avatar.
Jokes. You can see both extremes here. This one lurked...
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world! It is not by my hand that I was created. I was given flesh by humans!
This is along like a clockwork turd because they...
Avatar going all Avatar.
They tried to keep everything in, and this one becomes a completely different type of game with bad controls and worse hit detection because they ripped everything out. So that's when they decided to try something new and design an Ultima game specifically for the consoles. Ultima Runes of Virtue.
I dig the whipping. Sure do I. The whipping. The whipping.
Hey, you guys smell that? It smells like something that starts with a B and ends in trail.
Oh.
Okay, so first is character selection, but wait, none of these people are the Avatar. These people are all companions of the Avatar. I think so. The names are there. Shamino,
Whip it good.
What's with the faces? They're not even close. And who the fuck is this?
Betrayal.
It looks like Grant Imahara from
YOLO.
Mythbusters. No, you know what? It looks like Ralph Macchio. What the fuck is
going
on here? It says here
Ralph Macchio. He can kick some ass. He can kick some
In
ass.
this game, but I'm not the Avatar, it's the Karate Kid. That is so not what YOLO looks like. And he's the worst character, too. You can compare their starting abilities and equipment here. Like, Dupre has the most health, but low magic, and he starts with a sword and armor. Okay, whereas YOLO is a complete pussy, and he starts with a bow and a hamburger. He starts...
Man needs to eat.
With a fucking
Man
hamburger.
needs to eat.
Yeah.
He needs his Big Mac.
Mariah gets a wand of fireballs. YOLO gets a Big Mac. I haven't even started...
Man needs to eat.
I'm playing yet and I'm pissed off. This game's already completely shit the bed. What is up with the hamburger? Jesus Christ. Okay, so we've got a Black Knight as the villain here. Kind of a step down from the immortal Mondane and unbeatable Guardian, know what I'm saying?
I'm bored. I've not had fun since I last terrorized Britannia. I know. I shall kidnap Lord Thoden.
That's not bad graphics for a Super Nintendo, for a character sprite.
That should really annoy Lord British. Of course!
Of course!
I'm bored! I haven't had any fun since I last terrorized the world!
Osama bin Laden's been sitting there being like, I'm bored! I haven't had fun since the last time the CIA told me to blow something up. Guess I better blow up the World Trade Center.
I know! I will kidnap Suzette Kimball, acting director of the United States Geological Survey! Oh, that'll really annoy President Obama! He then summons a Moongate right there, which is impossible, and appears right in the poor guy's home.
I love it when he just breaks the game's canon. Like, fuck it.
Which is impossible because Moongates do not work this way in Ultima. They open it...
Moongates do not work that way!
Fixed point.
There's a character in Channel Awesome that would just scream, something doesn't work that way, and I figured I'd do it.
It's specific phases of the, moons, because, like they cared. The Black Knight's primary henchmen are trolls, who don't exactly instill much terror in his enemies. Perhaps they might be more intimidating if he gave them more destructive weapons than fucking boomerangs. So he brings the guy back to his room, which has a secret door leading to a prison cell next to it.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, hang on. Oh my god. Wait, stop, please. You
Hold
remember
it.
one time in Final Fantasy 13 where I started talking about the robes, like I completely obsessed over it, and I tried to explain it as best I could, but it's like in 10 seconds I had like 10 minutes of thoughts. I don't know. It's like when my brain sees something that's wrong, it devotes all of its runtime to its solution, and in that span of time, it's like time dilates. And I just have...
Dilates. Time dilates. He said dilate.
all these
He said dilate.
It just happened. Okay, these are pretty much my exact thoughts, in order, in the 10 seconds it took for this scene to play out. No joke. Why does he have 3 pictures of the same guy on the wall of his room? Wait, is that Lord Tholden? What the fuck it is? Is he obsessed with this guy? He's got pictures of this guy plastered all over the wall.
Spoony just explaining he has autism. A lot of men have autism nowadays. That's why the dating market's fucked. Women don't want to date an autistic man.
His room, and now he's taking him down in the dungeon. Oh my god, he's gonna bring out the gimp. And there's his coat of arms on the wall with the feminine symbol inside of it. What? Why? It's not an Ankh. It doesn't look like one. Why would he have an Ankh if he's evil? Looks like the symbol for women. Holy shit, if I just take a step back and look at the big picture, I'm picking up a lot of weird symbolism here. Like, this entire room is the inside of the Black Knight's mind. His inner desires laid bare on the walls. Okay, you've
You alright there, buddy? You right there, Spoony?
got the Black Knight here, his sigil, his icon. And we can see he wants to be surrounded, embraced by this guy. The shield and armor project evil, strength, and menace, but inside he's a woman? Why is there a full-length mirror with a chair in front of it right in the middle of the room?
What the
Who
fuck?
does that?
What?
Why would you... There's nothing else there. There's just a chair and a mirror, so what? He goes to the middle of the room.
He's spiraling a little.
No.
He's on
This
the
can't be happening.
crate.
What? Don't you get it? The bedroom dungeon, his unfulfilled sexual desires, his frustration and his gender identity, a full-length mirror and a
This is weird. Yeah,
chair
it
for
is.
modeling and tailoring. He's making a woman suit.
Goodbye, horse. This is Pantsu's theme. Goodbye, Amanda May. Goodbye, horses. This what you want?
I'd fuck you.
This is your fucking day, isn't it? Bitch! Yeah, man, the man left me! Bitch! This is what you fucking want, motherfucker! This is it, bitch! Fuck you, bitch! Alright, that's enough of that. There you go, there's Spoony nude. That's what fucking that fat redhead bitch was fucking. That motherfucker.
You don't even want to know what it's like watching a Chuck Norris movie.
Spoony would be canceled for this nowadays. Nah, you gotta be careful because the second you make any troon unhappy, you're fucked.
It's like being stuck in the limbo world of Inception.
So yeah, Nystel tells Lord British about the kidnapping and he's all, we must summon the
Spoony was dedicated, gotta give him that. Yeah.
Avatar to rescue him. And I mean, really? You're gonna call me for every goddamn thing that goes wrong in Britannia. So he summons the Moongate and I appear immediately, just fucking immediately. But what if I was in the shower, dude? And that's if he was lucky. You don't want to know what I'd probably be doing. But come on, man, this isn't the Avatar. Hello? I'm the Avatar. Bro, we've met. I pulled your dumbass out of the abyss. Unbelievable. Nobody recognizes me. Lord...
Avatar gets no fucking respect. No respect at all. I was the Avatar for 2 weeks. Lord British looked at me and said, when you gonna send another hero? I want someone I can feel confident in. Oh, no respect at all. No regard either. I'm the Avatar and you gotta deal with
British
it.
doesn't recognize me.
Yeah. I see how it is. That's some cold shit there, man.
As usual, the first thing I do in any Ultima game is run around the castle looking for shit to steal, but in this case there's nothing. And no, you can't kill fucking Chuckles. Believe me, I tried. A lot. Although you can fire off the cannons, which accomplishes nothing. Well, I guess it murders dozens of villagers surrounding the castle, who must be pissing themselves in terror and confusion right now.
He's fucking shooting blanks! He's shooting blanks! Says Lord British must surrender the crown to his lover, Asami Salami.
Oh my god, what the hell is that? Wait, that...
Mouse! That's the Mouse family from Secret Adventures. You guys remember when I did the Christmas episode of Secret Adventures? That's the Mouse family.
Sherry the mouse? She's like 6 feet tall. She's bigger than you are. In every other game, she's a fucking mouse. In Ultima 6, you can literally put her in your pocket. When did she get exposed to radioactive
Zip it, lock
ooze
it,
and
put it
become
in your
this grotesque
pocket.
Mutant? Yeah. Hey, cool, he's selling plate mail. Well, hell yes, I'll take it. Even though in my inventory, it's clearly chain mail. What kind of witless fart breather makes this kind of mistake? Oh, and Lyceum is spelled with an A in the Ultima games, dickheads. And by the way, real handy to have a sign reading, Welcome to the Lyceum, in the back of the Lyceum! You've just gotta love the sewers of Castle Britain, which are crawling with giant predatory rats and man-sized fucking cobras. And this is like the instant you set foot off the ladder. You'd think Lord British would send a couple of guys down here every few days to try and keep the giant fucking serpent population to a minimum. He's let it go way too long. At this point, you need to mobilize the regular army. And when you kill them, the cobras explode. Hell, everything explodes when you kill them. God damn.
Explodium!
There's a room full of lava, man! This is in the sewers, under the castle! Someone should tell British about the active magma flow right under his throat. You know what? Fuck him.
Fuck it!
And yep.
Fuck. Rip.
Just like you'd expect the Avatar to go out, I get killed by a fucking rat.
Ripperoni by Ratteroni. You got the Ratatouille Killatouille.
Wait a minute, was it? Or was it one of the bats? Pretty sure it was a rat, but no, look, it didn't hit me. It was moving away from me, and it wasn't even near me when I took the hit. What the fuck hit me? And this happens the entire game. I can never tell how I'm getting hit, and the big reason for that is I can't tell when I'm getting hit. There aren't any visual indicators like my character flashing or anything. There's no sound effects of any kind. It's completely nuts. It's completely unpredictable. Look at this. That should have hit. That should have hit. That definitely should have hit. Sometimes I can just run straight through entire mobs. I have no fucking clue how I survived that. I have no idea when I'm in trouble of dying. There's no flashing screen or sound effect of any kind. You always have to be actively watching your health meter. Oh yeah, and long story short, the sewer, basically pointless. The town of Britain now consists of literally 3 buildings. The Mayor's House, a store that sells 3 hamburgers for $15 each.
They must be some... You know what? That's the Britannia version of Five Guys. Expensive burgers, but they're really good. Five Guys got them good burgers.
And a building that kind of looks like a store, but probably isn't, because all it has inside is a piano and a guy behind the counter by the name of Gnu Gnu, who doesn't actually sell anything. Lord British must tax the shit out of Britain's 3 tax-paying citizens if the burgers are that expensive.
Five Guys. They're good burgers, though. Really good burgers.
Hi there. Want a race to my food shop? Last one there's a rotten egg. The fuck, he used a teleporter? That cheating son of a bitch. I swear to God, if I ever play Ultima 7 again, I'm gonna track him down so I can go to the Forge of Virtue, take the Dark Core of Exodus, and send it to the Void.
Ah, yes, Zoe Quinn. No lie, Five Guys is a really good burger. Like, you literally get what you pay for. Five Guys is a good burger. It's really tasty.
Straight up the...
If you have a Five Guys, eat at it. It's really good. Oh, the fries? Oh, my God. Five Guys fries are so good.
Teleported and cheated something this fucking petty. Fuck this guy. Pisses me off. Ah, fuck it. Fuck that guy. What the fuck is a giant seahorse doing out there? Fuck that thing, too. Get the fuck out of here, seahorse. Oh, holy shit, it breathes. I'm sorry. Ah!
Can confirm. Five Guys is amazing. Yes, it is.
What the fuck was that? It's a fucking seahorse. What the fuck is it doing breathing fucking like... No. No. It's not gonna go down that way, okay? Fuck that. Fuck seahorses. I am not living in fear of goddamn seahorses. Cheating shit whistler. Seahorse.
Oh, good. Some Final Fantasy VI music.
Breathe lightning. Yeah, I knew that. You want to try that again, Seabiscuit? Because
I'll review Five Guys. Fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. In a few days, when I have a day off, I'll review Five Guys. Because it's good shit.
You just made it shit. Ah. Okay, that's it. Pissed now. You just called down the thunder, you son of... Oh, god damn it. Do you see how much health that takes
The Zoe special.
In one hit? It's like half my fucking balls. Fuck.
Balls.
Motherfucker. I am gonna fuck you angry. I'm gonna eat your ass with tartar sauce and those cheesy fucking garlic biscuits I got at Red Lobster. Shit, you...
Red Lobster's good shit. Oh my God. Red Lobster biscuits are the best biscuits in fast food history. Red Lobster biscuits are so good. Show us your hands and fingers. Will do, Torsh.
Dick menstrual. Fine. You know what? Fine.
Red Lobster biscuits are really good, though. I'm gonna do a review of Red Lobster too, because that's good stuff.
You win this round, seahorses. You
Red Lobster biscuits is what they eat in Valhalla.
Real tough, real badass. Okay, so laugh it up. But you know what? Humanity always wins in the end, because you know...
Pinky culture moment.
Next coral reef I see, I'm gonna pollute the fuck out of it. So choke on these nuts. This is literally the first monster you encounter when you set foot outside the fucking castle.
Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck it. Alright, this is the last video for tonight. Let me get something to drink. Oh, God. Oh, I'm spilling shit. Coca-Cola. Let me just get this and we'll do this. Woo. Hey. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ladio. Woo! 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 Alright, this is the last video tonight. Well, not the last video. We're gonna watch one more video after this. Get fucked, bitch. Telefragged. Quad damage. Hell yeah, it's some rockin' music!
Betrayal! Betrayal! Betrayed me! Betrayal! Betrayal! Betrayed me! This game sucks!
Ha 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 ha!
My liege, Lord Agana hath vanished. We've been unable to find him. I think he's been kidnapped by the Black Knight.
What makes thou think this? Gee, dost thou think it's because every other fucking mare in the past 3 days has been kidnapped by the Black Knight?
Because of this note the Black Knight left.
Dear Lord British, I've kidnapped the mare.
He's got a Burger King hat. He's about to say the N-word.
Signed the Black Knight.
Also, I love his Johnny Mnemonic poster. That movie is not bad.
I'm not seeing the connection.
I'm not entirely sure.
Alright, so these fucking seahorses. Apparently there were, in fact, seahorses in Ultimas 4 and 5, but you'd only know that if you looked at the clear and obvious entries in the instruction book. They've even got pictures, and the books certainly do tell you that they're sadistic fish fuckers who will pump 1.21 gigawatts right up your ass.
Ooh.
I don't even have an excuse.
You still watch Ralph? No, I don't watch Ralph's streams, but I pay attention to Ethan Ralph. Yeah, I pay attention to Ethan Ralph. I just don't watch his streams.
I still can't...
God damn, eat a fucking cow, you an Uber. How about that? You either riding with him or you hitchhiking, bitch. Bitch!
Believe it, I have no memory of this. And I've read the instruction books. I've played Ultimas 4 and 5 like 4 times each. And not once do I remember ever fighting lightning-breathing seahorses. And you'd think I would, right? You'd
what
think
a
I'd
king.
remember stuff from the books like this. These magical creatures appear quite fair and are not evil, but if offended, they make devastating enemies. And then in Ultima 5, the writer's just like, you know what? Fuck seahorses. Not evil, my ass. These
fuck seahorses. Fuck them seahorses.
Have nasty personalities. And yeah, in the Ultima wiki site, it says that seahorses and Runes of Virtue have no interest in starting a fight with you. But by God, they will fucking finish it. I don't know, my eyes must have just glazed over every single time I saw such a stupid monster entry.
Your knowledge of the land shall be great.
That's another, that's foreshadowing for our Ultima 9 stream.
People remember the talking seahorse in Cove, who, seahorses can talk, by the way, and cast spells. They appear to be a much more evolved species than we are, really. Anyway, he knows stuff about finding the Codex, but now that he's told me, I suppose I really don't need him anymore, now do I? Fuck you, Sparky! This town lived in fear of you long enough!
Oh, fuck.
Cocktail sauce, bitch! Burn!
Bitch!
You do rarely, and I mean very rarely, run into them as enemies in the game, but they're complete pushovers here, nowhere near the...
Ah, fuck it. I'm gonna skip some of this.
Look how many hits they can take. Frogs are badass, man. Frogs mess you up like Master
Frogs.
Blaster. I mean, Blaster Master.
Blaster Master is a really good game.
Sorry, I guess I'm still having problems getting beyond. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
That was good fun. There's these green dudes that I call the orcs, but I don't even know what the fuck they are. Then there's trolls that sometimes shoot bows at you, but normally throw boomerangs at you, because when you think trolls, you think boomerangs. And wizards. The wizards are ridiculous because they're all identical clones. Even Nystel is the exact same character sprite. If one of these guys killed Nystel and took his place, nobody would ever know.
Oh, shit.
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh,
There's
fuck.
exploding rabbits, too? Yeah, after the seahorses, I'm not fucking with them. That rabbit's dynamite. Oh, what the fuck? What the hell are these things? What are they? I can't kill them either.
Exploding baby heads.
Immune to damage. Did Dr. Insane
Fuck.
make these? They're like huge. Damage from rubbing his balls on me. Stop rubbing your balls on me. And then there's cats. Yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. You tell me. I'm not
More, Bayou Billy music.
being an ass here. But you gonna tell me they're tigers or leopards or something? Because that makes way more sense in a dungeon in Britain. But they're not tigers, they sound like cats. Listen. Those are cats. I'm chopping cats
Maxwell.
into fucking salsa with double battle axes. This is the dumbest selection of monsters in a fantasy game I've ever seen in my fucking life. Eventually, the Black Knight kidnaps all the mayors of Britannia, so you spend pretty much the entire game fucking bullshit.
Rip.
God damn it!
Ready? Follow the leader. 1, 2, 3.
Bayou Billy, Jungle Jug, Lugs. Oh, wow.
We may be trapped.
As for the weapons, I spent most of the game dual-wielding
Pretty funny.
boomerangs, and doesn't that just sound like the ultimate...
Hey, you got some music from, fucking... What was that game? It's a Nintendo game.
The Avatar battling demons and dragons with a couple of boomerangs. As for the other ones, almost all of them suck shit. Like the Serpent Staff, which wastes magic, summons a couple of snakes that move back and forth, do nothing, and get in your way.
Then there's the Friend Horn and the
Give us Chat GPT update. Write anything cool? Yes, I did. I wrote a crossover. In Chat GPT, I wrote a crossover between the TV show Blossom. Anyone remember Blossom? And Kamen Rider Decade. And it was fucking great. It was awesome. They actually said hey, these two shows, this is how they interact, and it's fucking great. And another one I did where Liv from iZombie eats the brains of the angry video game nerd, and she has to stop a fucking criminal organization that uses retro game consoles. It's fucking great. ChatGPT is so cool.
One, the Cyclops Eye, which summons a Cyclops that runs up to your enemies and gets killed immediately. And then there's Shurikens, which fly out of your ass. Really. Ninja stars shoot out of your butthole.
Farting ninja
A lot
stars.
of the time, the enemies don't even seem interested in
Share that in the Discord. Will do. Yeah, fuck. I'm gonna skip some of this because I want to go to bed. SpongeBob or Primark?
Plants! Potted plants! I am the goddamn Avatar, and I will not be
Will do.
defeated by mere hedge and shrubbery! I'm screwed! I can match wits with gods! I can slay dragons, but a potted tree? Fucking indestructible! Kiss my ass! One of my favorite fuck you moments from the game is when Lord British asks you to kill a lich and have
Got him. Fuck it, just throw axes at him! Eat dick! Eat dick!
So when I go to do this, I come back and he gives me $50. But the problem is I already had 99 coins, and you can't have any more. So apparently, he just holds the coins in front of me and dumps the sack out on the floor giggling. This fucking asshole! He's fucking with me, that's what
Eat dick!
he's doing. He's just fucking with me. You still owe me $50, you scum-sucking shitlord. When you rescue a mayor from a dungeon, you get bullshit!
Bullshit!
The doorway! There's fucking trees underground! I never got that! Ah, fuck it. I gotta rescue this mayor before the Black Knight makes him put the lotion in the basket, or else he gets the hose again. Oh my god, there's like a big golden heart on his cell door. I didn't even see that shit before.
That's fucking pantsu.
Why does he have a potted plant there? I'm sorry, I just can't see the Black Knight watering a plant in the middle of his workday. Or does he train
Yeah, fuck it.
again? Avatar, thou art a welcome sight to these eyes. Let us flee, the good people of Britain are waiting. Yes, both of them. When you rescue a mayor, they throw a parade for you. A freakish bobblehead parade with a
Looks like a Sims cutscene.
weird viewing perspective. And I don't know if it's much of a parade with 2 people in it. I'm not even sure that's supposed to be me in gold armor, because I don't know that. But can I keep it? I'm getting eaten by cats here. Oh, and it's the exact same parade every single time. I'm not even kidding. It's even the same mayor on the horse every time. The only difference is the name of the town on the sign. You know, at least Thank You Mario, but the princess is in another castle was short. And the music is just god-awful, too. Does this sound like the kind of music they play at any kind of parade or celebration?
Yay. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I'm skipping this one.
The game just left a ram him right up your ass like that! God damn it! You see? You see what I'm talking about? This
Yeah, I'm kind of skipping around this one, but
has
fuck it.
one trick, just one way it likes to kick you in the nuts again and again.
Nuts!
With the fucking Reapers. And it's always the same way. You open a door and BAM! There's a Reaper. Open a door,
Fucking
BAM! There's a Reaper.
spam!
You can't see what's in the next room, but not that it'd help, because the instant you open the door, the fucking Reaper on the other side blows its load in your face before you can fucking move. These are what I call fuck you traps, which are traps you're guaranteed to walk into the first time because there's no possible way of knowing that they're there. But the developers put them in the game anyway. Why? Because fuck you. I also call them that because it's what you're gonna say every single time you walk into one. Oh, fuck you!
Ooh, I love this song. Woohoo!
Fuck!
Woo!
Oh, fuck you!
Woohoo! 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 Woohoo!
Oh, come on! I had no chance!
Woohoo!
Okay, you wanna play it that way? I
Time.
shit harder than you cheap bitch game!
Time.
Hey, wait, this shit, give me this shit, yes! No!
Get fucked! Woohoo!
Oh, fuck
Woohoo!
you! Look at this room! Look at it! How did a dragon
Woohoo!
big ass in this little room in the first place?
Woo!
Fuck! Fucker mother!
BTFO! Woohoo!
Fuck that and fuck you!
Woo!
What the fuck? What just hit me? What the fuck was that? There was nothing. It just happened again. There's nothing there. What bullshit is this? If there's invisible monsters in this game now, I will seriously fucking again. What the fuck is? Literally nothing is hitting me now. Fuck this game. Fucking fucking Reapers. I feel like the chick who gets fucked by the tree in Evil Dead.
Oh my god.
This guy.
He feels like a woman that gets raped.
But I physically reset the game to avoid a corrupt save.
Mushrooms.
Well, what in the hell else sound is it gonna make when you grab a 10-foot mushroom?
Mushrooms.
Did I just become King of Britannia?
Mushrooms!
That's right, Super Mario. You think you know mushrooms? You don't know shit! I just want to know one thing. What happens to the magic mushroom? Why does it just blink out of existence? Did I eat it? It might explain the triumphant music. It might explain a lot of
You
things,
fucking
really.
chewed
Like
it
giant
up.
bouncing testicles that chase you, and the trolls playing ping pong.
Boop! Boop! Boop!
They're playing. They're all playing ping pong.
He's playing balls! Betrayed me! Betrayal!
No, I'm not shitting you. This isn't some Easter egg room. This actually happens. There's a room full of trolls playing tournament ping pong, and they don't give a shit about you no matter what you do. They just... I'm done. That's because I can't... That's rock bottom. Right? I can't... You've seen everything. You've seen the worst, right there. My work here is done. I can't... You've just seen the Avatar battling the forces of darkness with a magic fucking ping pong bat.
I see your robot friend right there.
What the fuck am I doing with my life? The last years... I can't. Yeah. From now on, I'm gonna play all the video games I actually like. You know? Like I'll...
Come on, Spoony, come up with one. You got it.
Well, it turns
You
out
got
you
this,
need
buddy.
The magic ping pong paddle because it alone has the power to slap balls hard enough to flip switches at long range. And you need this to solve switch puzzles from this point on. Because when you want to flip a heavy iron switch from across the room, your first thought is a hollow plastic ping pong ball. You know, I started a career bitching about how stupid the gunblade is. Where is my gunblade?
The gun blade's actually really cool. It's a gun with a fucking revolver blade on it. It's fucking rad.
But I spent hours talking about how infeasible it was putting a sword on the end of a gun grip. Well, that was...
It's a gun blade revolver. It's fucking rad.
Before I knew going after dragons with a magic ping pong paddle was an option. You know, I really hope this is on the Tapestry of Ages. I hope there's a picture of me with a fucking paddle. I'm losing my mind. Why don't we just go after dragons with pies?
Gun blades are retarded.
Some pies in here.
It's retarded.
Welcome to the Pie Factory. First punch into the time clock, then light the ovens. Oh, come on! The Pie Factory! Just guess where this is. Wild guess. It's in the Stygian Abyss. There's a fucking Pie Factory in the Stygian...
Oh, fucking kiss my ass, suck my dick, suck my fucking balls. There's a fucking pie factory in the Stygian Abyss. Can the gunblade fire it through body? Maybe.
Like they're supposed to.
Ah, fuck it.
Mean anything, and they don't contribute anything. It's like Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts is actually really fun, though. Kingdom Hearts is fun. There's a reason I stream those games, because they're fun. When you walk away, please don't hear me say, ooh, baby.
Whatever, you've got to get...
Simple and clean as the way that you're making me suck my nuts. I've only seen one Gunblade that wasn't completely ridiculous, and that was in Gungrave 2. Gungrave is good shit.
Where Cloud Strife fights Donald Duck in ancient Greece. Kiss my pucker. Anyway, I tell a lie.
Basically a sword grafted onto a small sub...
This is actually Ultima Runes of Virtue 2. Where's Runes of Virtue 1? It's on the Game Boy. So is Runes of Virtue 2, actually. This is a port. I guess we might as well check it out. If we're going to throw one Rune of Virtue against the wall, we might as well throw them all. So, this is the first game. Yeah, this is gonna be great, right? The primitive version before they hammered out all the kinks in number 2, with the characters that look exactly like they're supposed to from the PC games. And there's actual descriptions of the characters with all their strengths and weaknesses.
Oh, wow.
Are you kidding me? Did someone involved in the design process of this game actually played an Ultima game? Or at least booted one up? They did something right? Is it just me, or are the graphics better on the monochrome Game Boy? Sherry doesn't look like a fucking 6-foot-tall mutant. She looks like the cute little mouse she's supposed to be. The screen is nicely laid out, all the information...
Impressive for the Game Boy, yeah.
It's clear and unintrusive. Even the music is better than the more advanced Super Nintendo. The music is actually good. It's relaxing. But fuck that. The music exists. It wins by default. It's amazing how much less claustrophobic
esoteric swastikas. Yes.
The stores are laid out better. Everything is more convenient and clearer to see. This version, it's like...
Nice touch.
It's like all of Britannia feels about as magical as a medieval miniature golf course. Everything about this game seems like it was a conscious choice to take you out of this fantasy world. Like, what would we choose for food? A turkey leg, a pork chop, an apple... Nah, let's go with a hamburger. That's medieval. We're gonna go with soup or gruel here, which is, again, weird, but better. Okay, the hit detection is still bullshit, but at least I can tell when I am getting hit. At least there's no fog of war and the camera's pulled back far enough I can actually see what's happening in the room before going inside and getting face-fucked by a Reaper. As you can see, it's almost exactly the same game. There's no story here, it's just the Black Knight has stolen all the runes, so go get them back. Which is good, at least there's less of a story to insult.
Super Gruel!
Runes of Virtue 2
Crusty
exactly
Gruel!
The same game, which is bad, but even so, the gameplay and presentation on the Game Boy blows the Super Nintendo port out of the water. Everyone has portraits when they talk, and they look good. Lord Tholden looks like General Zod. This version even has better cutscenes. No, correction, it has cutscenes.
Oh,
How is
shit.
it possible that the Game Boy version has far superior graphics than the Super Nintendo? Anyway, these mushrooms are weird because eating them fills all the adjacent rooms with lava, and then with water.
Dude, that's fucking trippy.
Weird.
I see that too.
Alright, that's enough of that. Alright.
Just walk away. Like, maybe he really does hurt your feelings that much. Like, hey, Spoony, everyone thinks your nose is huge and nobody likes you. Yeah, your nose is big. I'll deal with you when I get those runes. Yes. And get this, you never actually get to fight him. You get the last...
How drunk and sleep deprived are you? I am very drunk and I am very sleep deprived. But I'm still doing this.
Triforce, I mean...
We're gonna have one more video after this, and it's a Hannah Minx video.
Rune, and yay, you foiled the Black Knight. Lord British summons you to his throne room to be knighted. Jesus Christ, this is what it takes to be knighted around here?
I'll drink more Gatorade and water after this.
Kill a fucking Balrog.
Joker.
This game is better. Hopefully the ending is too... Oh, fuck, of course not. It lasts about 3 fucking seconds. You walk in, you kneel, and the end, that's it. He doesn't even get up, much less tap your shoulders with a sword. He just sort of waves like...
'Tis a flesh wound. Alright.
I'm gonna take him out once and for all. Yeah, I know he's indestructible, and no, the poison bread thing's not gonna work. He's expecting it. I got a better idea. I'm gonna need something like 4 crystals, a princess, and definitely a TARDIS. I need to go work on this.
Oh shit! Magneto!
Damn it, 2 fight scenes in 1 review. This job is really kicking my ass.
Oh, come now, Avatar. I've not come to kill thee like some common thug. I am a knight and a gentleman. I could easily best thee with ping-pong. It is thy spirit I wish to break first.
Hey, does
Alright, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. Let's watch some Henna Minx. Alright. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Get a fucking shut the fuck up. Henna Minx. Let's go, Minx Bros. Let's go, vegan picnic.
Minasan, konnichiwa. I'm Miss Henna Minx. And right now, konnichiwa. I'm Miss Henna Minx. And right now, I'm on a picnic with a vegan bento. I'm gonna show you how to make a vegan bento by making Japanese onigiri. Onigiri. Rice balls.
That's what 4 kids called donuts back in Pokemon days. Veggies. Seaweed salad. Vegan. Rice. Nori. And a pinch of cayenne pepper. Now to make onigiri, mush the rice into the bowl. Slowly wet a strip of nori and wrap it around a nice jelly donut. Now to make the ears. Make 2 triangles and wrap and place the seaweed salad and veggies in the bottom and then place the onigiri into your bento. Finish! I told Cecil McTroon that vegans are subhuman. He freaked the fuck out.
This is my bento, and you open it like this.
Show me your boobies!
And then
Hell
you
yeah.
open the top, and I have vegetables and seaweed.
Seaweed salad is available at a grocer.
I have the kitty cat that we made.
Kitty cat.
Kawaii.
Kawaii.
I have my chopsticks.
Oh.
Ooh.
Base gaseous play. Itadakimasu. I humbly received this food.
Oishii.
Oh my gosh, onishi.
It's so pretty. I don't want to eat it. I eat his ear.
Eat it. Eat it, bitch.
Onigiri wa oishii.
Orish. The rice ball is delicious.
Such a good combination of rice and the nori and my vegetables.
It's a good shit. So Mina-san.
Vegan food is delicious, and it's so fun to have different vegan options and try out new recipes. Like
Cameron is trying a little bit much to focus on her booba. I mean, she has nice
I really hope you
tits.
try it at home, Mina-san.
She has nice
thanks
tits.
for watching, and thanks for supporting PETA. Just think by replacing one meal with a vegan meal, how many animals you save. It really makes a difference.
More than 15 billion animals are killed in the U.S. yet you're defeated. Sad. Sad face.